Pani to gidie anam because the Mrs. Akodru ye na ye by senke the drop in be fie so ono aka chem se yamaka ne nyina soro obenante aba mpa me di na ti saa eno ono aka sa nante edru mu steps isu man so ni mu ma anya ne hye ono ani ti me nante.
Thank you Mrs. Aba ye de nyame ase se ene that's why ni ete asasi so na ene afro so na say wo hona ti say ena die be ma mbuza e die na eye wo
me kodru hospital na Mrs. Anede me kodru ho no na om say madwena ma menya stroke
na why dey wodim so enya stroke
ba che dabi
ena yeso wadwena na die na wadwendwene ho enya stroke satam na otimi sorry
I'm intimate sorry. I don't know me call hospital. I didn't miss actually.
I know who says she'll be achi.
You say me she'll be achi, and I didn't call to care. And then me call St. Joseph Hospital.
Abutre clinic no.
Tama ya lendi can buy. It can't me call St. Joseph Hospital. Ti hona omuko hu say madwena omsi madwun medwundwun ti Mrs. Antumi fo ade kronti ama medwundwun bibiribe a aba benya yale ewe no
it's na utimi sorry
na mintimi sorry ya de me ko nyina ya de me ko duru ho no na miti hwi
ba me who says still na say left side na meboa as a left side no quite utimi peja on side right
me ba sha mintimi peja
right anyway was right and left no way
left
utimi peja ni miru nyina na first na de hina na utimi peja
first na left na mintimi peja
but say utimi peja but only me ya adwene say as a still as we a little bit slow e was left no ana say unye sa utimi de dwabode e
utimi de bibia
I see enti wa ka wasem ni enti na me bobe sima be num bi na aka ho
enti omo se Mrs. Antumi fo enti omo fra Mrs. na omo se baby adru enye hospital yare enti me papa na no omo ka kire no sis ade abotere clinic fanchebra omo fa me nko ho enti yeyi me memeda juada ene ede me koe nti yekoduru ho no yare na doctor for kan omo kan no St. Joseph Hospital yekoduru no na abotere clinic doctor nzo kan
wo petrol bad die pa ho e from abotere clinic abotere ye choba o
abotere clinic okay no nzo no nzo ono sa yare na no nzo ka kire
doctor can say yare be le how
doctor can say menya stroke
ena okoe abotere clinic for so ka kire so wenya stroke that's obi a wenya stroke die me kura me huna me hu enti wenya stroke die me kura me huna me hu enti na enya gwanwa se abotere clinic ka kire so wenya stroke enti die be bi no ka kire so how
no se moja jina mitiri atiko
na doctor no so ka sa kire na okọ doctor no ye dika ka sa kire
omo ye ko try scan
okay
nti ye ko try no na doctor hu se moja jina mitiri jina matiko
I see enti okọ abotere clinic na dodo se yansa na afi de wo sha ase etimi a kentini ho
me ko 2 weeks
2 weeks all right enti ba ne say first time I who say utimi epeja wo ho ba ne say because sister say obehwe oba no wedi kai sorry that they know who say feel with me sorry
na ba say baby adu no say me sorry na mitimi hu say ahoden kakra ye de aba ena me mitimi sorry enti o sorry ye no obi say me say me medwale me enko na me say o sister ena de ye pa me ama soso eba ho aba ho kura kwa akudwale no se ne ena de ye no se me say ena de
edru be na akoye ode ma oye ode edru
acha wa mama edru bia
no ye ode na fe de utimi nya ayaresa
omu miemia wa wo ba de nya ni se obetimi anum su unum su no na wo dwonso sa te no
omu miemia Okwa omu miemia.
Me kwa omu miemia mensa. Ene me nan. Mensa soa no. Me kwa omu miemia mensa soa. Miemia me nan soa no.
Sisi wajako.
Pashan.
All right. Doc. Patient ene kasano. Mrs. Eba. Na sisi ofuso were very
ni wom ni say
the healing na complete.
Ni wom ni say oba eno me ma ne bosume baako. Na sani ana ene sister na eka no. Da wode ne by not reach him. Nti me kura na me call holidays na me fi tema me buy no. Ena wonu mu nkola na kire me say ma me na oti reach him no wa sorry ono na okọ ho. Nti me bie me lovers no na me hwe no na me say enye sama me we na oba da bia wo ma no so fi ase ho ansa na ye de na afro steps na no say ye ono nti wo ye na me say so oba wo mfre na me hwe no e no oba nti me hwe no so osisi no otumi na ntenka krakra nti oye ya kosi 30 days no wie no na me hwe no na me hu say ne hu ya ehu hia say obekoso aba nti me so nkwaje na home kakra nti em say last week or say this week ya and I'm discharging say onko tena fi kakra no onko gina hom no nante a amodin na aka wo mu ebeba na ne ma me de ne buy ne titiru pa ne say in fact senia na the situation ne tia ne healing ne ye ntem sa no obu o ha oba na problem no nya na check kakra nsa na ye de ne ba ho na no na ye chance na sa nipa na tumi nya na ho odin enti ne de ne say na ye ntem no nam se dabi obi wo ho a obrese no na ni da so nyina asa nti se san na ekode a agisem de ne ba ha yusan sa afidi kase ewu ya so na ya na wotie na ebehye obi nso a ne ni da so asam ebehye ni nkuran na ono so ya ba beje na yaresa
nti say de on ma treatment bi
me discharge
na wo hwa we 100% recovered
onye 100% sai sense wo hwa so nanti a ne nanti na kakra wom ne system
na me susu say ontimi mpeja left no but ona wo peja sa left no
otimi peja senka mo steps we no ontimi mfro because yen de na ye miensa pekura no oba gise nipa be ye 4 ene eboa wheelchair na motene mu no ya peja si esoro
na ne kasa ti say time
na ne kasa de no ontimi nkasa
really
no ontimi nkasa but sani na won work and won say me wo ba me ho a me mfa won kogina fidie bia so me ntwa wo scan bia na mo mimiemi a won sa no wonan no ade bia ha ni padua na ekire na ma kire wo nti me obai no ne na won kasa ne a wo kan was interest no na me kan ne say obai no me suso ne nsa ne nan na me ye diagnosis no ho nti me wie no na me kire ne say ma me ne problem no ewo ne nerves no nti no afi adwene ni mu no ewo adwene ni mu no na moja ne bia plot wo ne tire no mu nti agise ye pia moja no ma ne aka mu no firi ho ansa na ne kasa ne beba ena nkakra ye ne sa afi de ono atumi kasa ono atumi ye bibia na ho de nsa ne a kana kakra
anti je
wo hwa
wo na wo nua no na wo ne no ho no na otimi kasa
me pacho o decide so obekasa no o kasa insisi so asem bi obeke bi enye utimi sa de ne ready so say yellow to the sense otimi kan akra ka je se menwari ni kunu bi ma no na ne ho to na waba beje ni kunu but ye ne call doctor ho na o continue na o treatment na oba ne normal system as say mitimi ni di nkomo ye kan asem bia kama a je se mi hu say di okomu no we free
I see enti say o sorry a ede na oye exercises kakra
o sorry anopa o running pabo ani go a na yamana nante wo ebubam kakra ono abra na wabetena se na wadware
ona timi dware
ono ane dware ono ane wash boots wo de han si nanim a ono atimi si ade bia o se osivia oye bibia
na de na mo ma na dwendwele sa na o course atibia no
me pa cha dwendwene de ono nko ane benim sasa mini na adwene ene adwendwene de ono nko ane benim
but ojitum se na odwendwen
ojitum 100%
wo nim bibia enti na odwendwen ho sa
me pa de me kasa minim de na odwene ho na me di ntro wani
na ni kuna tukwai
ni kuna Ghana ha ya
All right, same fancy ho. And you used to say Senka Mejano up to 10. I want to put Dima or say over 10.
Oh, 80 over 10.
80 over 10. You know, the only Mayano pay.
Oh, 80 over 10, 100%.
80 over 10.
Me patron, because Otimi
80 over 100 and 80 over 10.
80 over 100, sorry.
80 over 10, the number confirm.
80 over 100.
And 8 over 10.
And I basically say 8 over 10. Into 80 over 100. That is 8 over 10.
80 years, the mamma, my pon, a dear bear now, Becca, and Zania, sorry.
Me pacha dem me catch up ya ne say. Why ale bia da oso bia no. O abutre. Doctor no duru ha wo hwe onsam keke. Obehu ya lokro bia ye de e haw.
Me hwe nsam se me hwe nsam dia na eno na kwa bibi foforo. Ye da use ni miamia esane ne nan no. Eye keyboard. Nti age se miamia asama mia na me hwe bi se ya mi hu ne ye. Nti esa oti asiesa
etu susu se no wo ye pa eti se first no
me ho ye se first no se first na mi kru na edwale me se mi kru nyale me a me baba e ma bi ho one me baba omu yenu na peja me de me ko
se de wa oti mi dwale
se de me akra mitimi esuso nsu kra
etu susu se
mitimi wuru nkuku mu nyina
adena na odwendwene sa
Wacha de kwen se neti yale bi da me so. Ti netimi pa me se ya ti se me koda mitimi na. Ebe me ya ma de achi. Itire ya wode dwin eno anso na ye wuye.
Doc Mrs. Seba emse na ni ti na area no. Na wonim se a high blood pressure na
yes.
Na ya kase high blood pressure so be ni etiade ti wa wuti ya no pay se wuti eya na wa mpe ho asamanka Mrs. Eba sinso so nya yi bi na binya intuti ya see your doctor men kase kwa Abotre clinic but who doctor anyesa wo de ye painkiller no ma over yes, Mrs. Eba, ebia na wuti anye yi said in tea ya and all say. But doc, still I before said you man said your sister Ekano, Miss Madam Jean Ekano, na a 0, a baby do bear 8. Yeah. Tiveda you do 10.
Oh, say Mr. Uncle Jina home bear 2 weeks, be after 2 weeks no bar. Niakano ya the best also. All right. Now,
Mapon. Honorable Member of Parliament for Swami.
Oh
yes, all the veteran now. No, or for the time in the also or banter. Cratchy ni pan. All right. Into a number no.
Your numbers near me. No need the kind of 0247 904473 0247 904473. And I say over to me a phrase 0244 77 0486. 0244770486 sa numbers me new frey ya e de Abotre beje so na fi ya kire
na wasa my direction e ko ho
ye wo fanchine bra santase fanchine bra enti santase fanchine bra no mobile yen ho no mo a se obehu Abotre clinic wo ho no na emwa bia yare bia ha bia ye chronic a che wo nipadua mu no e betu ase kra ma ho.
Thank you Mrs. Jane. Final word.
So the mpesa me kantre obi ani say enye papa ne na adada yen no de abisia eye no true do nti misro obi bia wo yare enye stroke yare nkwa na osa eni yare wa awo ho aya wodin nyina ohye nti misro obi bia wo sa ati bia nimu no onko fanchine bra Abotre ye health center
Abotre clinic.
Abotre clinic.
Thank you very much. Doc, with us ipi.
Akoko Abon kukuruku adie chibia. Ghana mai betu pon wane gina wo mamba pa wo dwene Ghana ho kane. Akoko Abon ye dwumadi amanyuku ahodo ne gina so da won da ye so a wodi maka na mai. MPP se ye ne wo sno kokuruku a wodi ye chi asuo nkam. NDC akatama so okata ne maso. CPP se ye ne nanan makuko nyina manyuku no. PNCC ye kube anye na magani amagashia ni hunu amagawo ho. Akoko Abon dwumadi wo Hello FM so. Memenda no pebia. Efi no nsia mpa imukosi no nkro. Akoko Abon eye gigi. Yo, guy, how's business? Me, I'm just going. No rest.
These days, we don't just drive around without a plan. You've got to work smart. You're still hopping from one app to another.
I stay fluid. Here, there. Problem?
Yeah, problem. For you. Because only drivers using Uber are paying 5% less service fee.
5% less? No way.
Ha! Uber reduced the service fees to 20% from 25%. I just cruise and earn because Uber's got me covered. Don't be all over the place. Choose Uber and do better. Register to drive with Uber, the world's leading ride-hailing service. Now with a reduced service rate of 20% instead of 25%. Earn 5% more today. Sign up now.
Akoko Abon kukuruku adie chibia. Ghana mai betum pon ne gina wo mamba power dwene Ghana ho kane. Akoko Abon ye dwumadi amanyuku ahodo ne gina so da won da ye so a wodi makana mai. MPP se ye ne wo sno kokuruku a wodi ye chi asuo nkam. NDC akatama so okata ne maso. CPP se ye ne nanan makukonyina manyuku no. PNCC ye kube ane na magani amagashia ne hunu amagawo ho. Ti Akoko Abon dwumadi wo Hello FM so. Memenda no pebia. Hello
101.5 FM exactly caught up past 7. Sabri pepe na SSA honorable Atnasi but my memfa a chopper emano and campaign p penifone we appointment baby penifone do na we appointment time na so obefre no yesu honorable ujare obeba sisi a afi be sa frene obeti honorable Akoko bi abenechi Timon kakra. But Honorable say HMS Ambush, yes, I am saying it publicly. In your appointment, Emma Oma a minute late that Ebribia or Bantamene Waba more than 40 minutes. And what's Nasidi and a Yaye news. What's Nasidi and a Yaye newspaper review. What's Nasidi Yaye commercials. What's Nasidi Maya Kwakoka Pumdin Honsen Nayadiaba. Openi Yada CP and Wabutre and Wadajia. Now, what to say? Microphone, you sanitize who you do. Wait me, I just said the OPBR. Thank you very much, Chief. Me bomu pa mum de. I say me who watch a crack, and I me who I be an TV mu, and I met you on kind of wireless so, and I say be a internet so, and I mean I've chosen not to text or call you because me, I don't see you as one of my friends. Because I say, who me real quick, papa, me pana, I'm on for the dear say. Not the anopan was also crying. I'm so much say, ya bompa ya to mama head in our birthday. Say, Yamia body, I feel quite confused. I feel you really who you are, say, Crawford, they say. Now, say, Ejipenika, our Casabia, and the Muslim Ranian Sebika crack. So I sound the one way behind the exercise. One my platform near the exercise here. One way for me particularly. Now, so this man can be my friend, but still, you're the Yamiasi for your life. Honorable HMS Abuso at 65. You're still looking vibrant, young, and fresh. Yamauchinkwa.
Mitidasi. Namasi musuma dwempa. Now let me explain. Me nchirem kakra. Ni si kumase no. Nanye nhyehyɛ bia ma hyehyɛ sɛ me bedi me birthday wo kwan sunku bia so. Ma woda 3rd February. The 3rd February no na me re bibi kakra ba mra hye be fie ho me office. Na nyamre I didn't have more than 20 minutes because I don't know maybe when I was here. I mean, finance minister won't share DBA na here den. That took about more than 2 hours. Bed on you and which near president as well meeting. And he she ministry. It in the Ukraine no me nyam resa adano. And I may ask me catch me send me program tesa very day no o my fan koye mimenda na mimenda me be komasa me kra be mfie aduasa ni birthday kra o komasa da nti edu ha na yakọ frebusuafo kakra na yabọ mpae so be kaya na che me sister ewu ye di nafe na ni na o twe no.
Oh, I see.
Nti me kan say yɛfrɛ abusuafoɔ ne yɛbɔ mpaeɛ kakra te saa memenda no a me ba no ifiara no yɛ mpɔntem nti memenda no meba no meampo na me drive me car de ba Kumasi nti me ba na mabrɛ me crane ni meba no kora na m'ani kum kakra kwan so because I was driving myself nti me bedu fie na me die me sorry be no nine ɛna me ka so me kofi na makɔhwɛ sɛnea ɛfie sitie ɛna me kɔ no me kɔ no na me reso ma menko na baby a yɛwɔ no a yɛntra hɔ na nwumrɛ yakɔ saa fie hɔ ɛna me sɛ ma menkɔ mmra ɔso wokɔyɛ dɛn na deɛ nti ɔyɛ no ma na ehu na mehu ade kronti a ɔyɛ sa ma na ehu na mesɔre kɔ hɔ mesi na nkrofo bi aba machi nti me ko hu wɔ mu a na me ka kyerɛ so momfa kasa fo amrɛ me na me tu ka na me kɔ hɔ na me ko hu sɛ mu sisi fie hɔ for program bi me ba ne pisa sɛ ɛdeɛ na ɔmo yi and also ɔpɛsɛ nkɔma me surprise na
what's the more thing? I will be surprised. So instinctively, maybe also coffee or what was the surprise?
Anyway, King Sana is see the Nanye Papaye, and if I be Moti, Kisu be say, send you see I walking. Say I including me, I'm so I'm so for service of God. Because so they were this year because they are because there is a function and you papa. I didn't even know who was coming. Yes, and you know, can I mean say na vice president in the year. At the time he was the acting president on the PRC. I had no idea say on mobile. So I now for form BP or no
but I'm saying
insanity.
Green cake I design E-levy for E-levy cake. Is it this Anna? I'm from Parliament. E-levy cake man.
Not really, but in Kofor can was him. But
what this means is that you were not the organizer of the party. Intino wife and a yes, I don't know. Or that cake and they are doing property or the cake in green color and E-levy. Why?
Na me yere na ye E-levy cake no.
Wale E-levy cake.
Damfu bi na ode bae. Na me yere de ye blue and white cake bi a na me mfoni nkra bo ho. Obi a ohunu ebi a e fencing pictures a nkofo twitwa ye ohun no. Obi hu obi kra video ye che hu se na social media. A blue and white cake bi no ye no de me mfoni bo ho. Ena ikutwemu no vice president na yire na be so me ne me yire mu mai twemu ma cheche ma amanfo ifi ho no nkofo bi so de cake bi ba mi no bi bae na no so twemu no akire ya na ye be pompo na ye ti se obi de cake fufuro aba na no kwasem ne se ye call ye no na me mpo me spend the time omo frame me say me kasa na me spend time po dia aka E-levy ho asem me ka ho asem ache omo ba no say enye boni sa me ne cake no mayo say enye boni nipa bi ma no ye say ehu bi na de o how bi na but I spent some time explaining E-levy no ne be ye o my Ghana mo e me rekra o kan say masa and your baby dey E-levy isem.
So the platform was not for E-levy.
Na your baby dey jai ho asem ka. So is that and the see to actually na run the buy no and the inform say the announcer no meaning say color green no and was so nipa na wode aba no was so gina ne nuanom NDC for anemu de ye fe no say cake here ye green no abrel so king ni see no no na sabi obi abe person be show munyam akwan bi so no
Entina ye onavo for NDC for na de buy.
Oh, so was so gina omo and I'm sad scratching out the buy me I mean political orientation baba. But as to whether say one will catch say MC no so one kasa I don't know.
Anyway, the other says if say
nana king my whatever ma. Che Sassem Neco saying, hey, by ye no near see a grofo di dini partem nini manaminia. E living. Me fan say, amount and the crama may much a crack. Or mom say a day and wabi bro man. Almost a day which a bro man. Almost a day which a bro man. The beer what the radio so casa, a cassettia. A television so a cassettia. Now no impuminian men DC for Omokoye demonstration. ATI. A bin was to say, ye. No so bedin Susan's papa bebro man. Me, or say James Amus, my bang, and I introduce Sardiano. If some day Sai Levinuba. Me gidis a bebo man. The king said, I can take in a quiet namso by a day.
Okay.
Nemo say, no po Sabio. Nipandia banana, say because I didn't my economic medical can live once. Nansenka who use this opportunity no. I offer one say who can't e-levy once to advertise e-levia. Minia, and what is wrong with that?
You are reveling in your kind of say birthday and when need a brass, you say Ghana for which they way so easy to say. I say, does it worry you and live in Ankasano?
Professor Buzia, and okay. Obey Prime Minister of Ghana 1969 to 1972. I can say me was Africa, I be name of a so successful politician. I was say we unya funkese now Jimmy Menagum, Papa Niboni. What I say? That is my motivation. The seven of war cano to the extent that Udi no krema wo hunu nyamea obia ono why na dwen se one day wo de tro ne benam na say on kana kure no kanze ngu so a king we ubu ani go so because any making wo si eye wo si enye enti ugu ade ne hufi wo de wo gire se ne awo ye no wo nhye wo mo a omo wo gidi omo na bufu na se meso nka impo me sheda na me yeye catch you say, you may be adney free. Nami you so occasion no, and the can't was and papa. King, Niboni anything. King, for quite you move. Who was ye?
Miss Missy, maybe boomful. Maybe boomful, near walk a book or more, must say a yellow so. Savvy, sometimes, who and some crass of the yes, I know, say, not be moon, no could ditchery. What you say? Who can answer me now? 1 moment is a day. Papa Beba no de omon ka say what did you matter and how show bufu so being so I didn't ye on we have china then we use occasion to advertise it king inka we nim from so on say all right it's from so but who as majority leader
yes
mati say binum say oh ha dwene e bi say we tintin bi kra say ka be ya o party for no sesan because said the levy no any no maybe what GH no she say oh all these flack I maybe say levy na unya all these flack what is it all about sir levy a BCO team samples na some the team samples or hard do attempts Easter say a man say no levy no account intino a dear be poten pan the woman Inti wo beka se waje agina ma e masebi engrofo ni were modwudwi fom
king omayin ntum se ye ho nema enso yakwanko afi bia ye budgeta ohun se ye ko bobisi afi amanone e de soso ye ho nema enso yakwanko ntini ye yesawo we ka ho bi na ma Akufo Addo be ye president o se o ye nhihye ye se afei enche bia no Ghana ebeye oso wo hwe Ghana beyond 8 se mo ifiama no ne eba ebedu baby ni bitima hye enema ma ye enema ye omanetuma gina ne naso king sa enema no enti sa hye ni enti na sa wo behwe a president Akufo Addo bae na omanyi nanka ye koyanim so wo hwe susudu adi susu oman kanko ye boni for the GDP growth rate ni ebeto ye inflation baby e akọ interest rate so ko jisika fi bank and hu edi si hu ma wo ni ebeto ye se ne sitie oman no ye friend gross international reserves sika ɔman no enya etibisie se bia okɔ ahokyere mu a obetumi ayi bie e de ahwɛ wo ho saa ne mani nyinaa wofa saa ne mani nyinaa ne esi kwan papa so ayeko king ena brunisi from nowhere na covid by no abepo niema ahwete pa ndi afei yenim kan na nke yeko no a na nka afi bia etimi kɔ yenimu on the average 7% no afei yentimi nko biu ye tifie ena ye ba 0.4%. The growth rate it came down to 0.4%. Na she say
that was
7% on the average.
Wow.
Before the buy on the average we were growing at 7%. So okay, President Mahama eja oman a growth rate of 3.4% in 2016. Na ye buy ye be so mu 2017, 2018, 2019. Baby ani ade kona na nka ye koyie ena covid by 2020 ena be hwete ye niema ma ye tie ye tisan ye chi from 7% no hwi ye nya 1% kra 0.4 ye ko 0.4%. King afei covid no ye Ghana nko na affect ye wi ase amansan nyina ti bisi anakora awokobo no nso no okobo afei nsi hu no edi si hu no esa yakosoro ana aban ese se na esi akono de yenhwe o memu hwe se benye sika de aboye ho ebra na saate na ye ka no king enye yenko na ne ye kasa NDC fo na omu kase ebi oman no ye ko bisia ye bo nsi hu no esi hu kura mbo no king ema bisia no ebe mene oman no nti yenhwe yie na enema wo man no mu no yenhwe si betumenya sika free mu a ti o hwe NDC manifesto mu a o ma twere mu se o mbehwe se aba ye to no so mo saka tumi no a o mehwe se o man no mu no ye be broaden ye tax base o man mu aye wo no king o mo etua to enipa wo man mu no bro opepe eduasan ba ko 31 million senia na no yi population census ye na kire ye no wo mo aye tua to wo man mu no king inu o hanche mu eduasa o mo tua to wo man mu no it's less than 30%. Wo mo a o mo tua bie be ye no of course won kan gwara anka ho sure so what you say nti say o mo a o mo productive age a also mo tua to o mo nuru 30%. Nti o mo tua to wo man mu pa no king so wo hwe mu a in the region of about 4.5 million in a population of 30 million because that one 31 million no and aban say sani ebitimi aye abroading your tax base no ye nhyehyeye a ye no ebi ne se king wusha na wonyini no na o man ni etua efie bia mu ni etua de efe ni ntukwato beboa.
That's right.
Property rate and the property rate in the way people don't pay ti aban ye say ye nhyehyeye a ebitimi etua ntukwato mema amanfo otua ye nhyehyeye se enyina mahodi a ye no ye produce no man mu no king emu beye ohanche mu beye over 20%. Eye ne efe no unaccounted for electricity ya generating no at high cost no emu beye 20%. Yentua hoka because one then the Akoko kumun bebre o ha any system no mu a wo hwe dan na wo hu ne wo system no so ankrofo aye legal connections king ensuo ye nom yi pipe borne water ye nom no and also so okohwe ensuo mu a close to 30% wo hanchi mu aduasa almost 1/3 of ensuo a ye produce no so yentuaka eno aye ne ebugu kwa eno ni ade na aban say yenyen hyehyeye se sa ne man wit mesisi ano ne bring unaccounted for kakra ye to so biewa aban dia ba se se no na abedi mu akotene ene sa electronic transfer levy King say enyuma bebree but nyen amafo bebree de omo adwensi so mobile money enya no nko bank to bank transactions and you be bia or sika wo ho wo yi dia to mobile money so and I say wo yi mobile money dia koto ne bank account mu ye saa ehye no say obetua eto e dia ma ban saa transactions no King sika efi mu ba no and I say ye no ezika twitwi na aban say ye de bo kakra to so a ye benya sika na ye de aye oman puntuo kakra King e-levy no nia etie no na enipa bi say oh ade no enye de ha obeba sankofo no omo nkyira de no mu yi
yeah munua no ma omo parliament say MPP NDC ko ye aka say e de ahokyere beba na ye wo mo asodie say wo mo soso no boa ma yeyi ahokyere efi amanfo so she said the OC can say even say IMF cry and enjoy this e-levy to the point say speaker say if I am right say me and that man say and that man to your kind say speaker cry so I can say adiwe say mom the bar you will lose election. He is not on your side but he feels for your party say what is adiwe bar you will lose election. So say are you not listening to words of reason?
I don't know words of reason.
At least, son, I may describe.
King, Chief. If you can't catch it, I will say, your friend is saying, NDC for Nankasa. King, say, Okoshe, one Kasa. Your friend is saying, one more enkrate moi. So, one more manifesto mo ye for 2020 abaye to ye no a omanga sa omaka wo manifesto no mu se omoba sa efene saying electronic transactions no enka omobeji eho to omo manifesto mu omaka wo mu enti se ono ani pakono san be ka che ozade na wo ye na bia ho kire be ba nne ono ka se man kwan nanka oba nka saade no giri se beboa oman no siki asem no de ahye ne manifesto mu King edi nte man de ne manifesto mu
me nya a copy anase me nya mean say baby asade no wo which me I produce sa bit na magana for who say
King
Chief
if anything NDC for no mu ka say omo de BB beba e fe no under fintech, financial inclusion and electronic payments. I'm manifesto no, and I'm saying this. Go here, page 99 of NDC manifesto. Page 99. Now, bullet point 8.7c. Say there no matter.
Kwame NT. So ubia.
Kwame, my King. Then I'm afraid Kwame no pay.
Because I said that near the woman.
Almost say. So mimi nda ho. Oh ne ye pa.
Ntina o kan ya me protest.
So keki. Kwame King. Ana ki Kwame. O say o here 8.7c now o say the party will introduce a uniform transaction fee policy to guide the electronic payment industry. Every electronic transaction will be affected by the uniform fee.
Meaning,
Kwame de chen say, almost say ombeji to. Electronic transaction be obey bia no sa fee no. Ombe ye standard. Am obi obey transaction electronically bia etu fee ni bi. Eno na ide.
Rasa mo di abode be standard. It will vary.
King, e vary wa hin. The payment original rate no the 1.75. As I say abanso atiso e di aba 1.5. That is ye fee me be assetting no. What you say? Na we e wo mo asem ni mu. Enti clearly so mo wini to me no a anka mo de asade no ba. Na now o ka say o ka speaker say you say ye the buy you lose election.
Yeah.
if clearly no says no,
he feels for you.
Say, feel for him. How can a sympathizer weep more than the bereaved? Obian is why speak and Obian is why he has not changed his color. On sa Nadi. One day I didn't cry by or we can't say your friend is saying Adiano budget ne cry bono yem pass it. O can is hard no because can once no almost the chairman's supposed to cartoon so and then I can't say no the finance minister was there. Charles Edubuahin or Tiho yet in the office no can say no Casika or see him from a parliament or see a first can a parliament there on for budgeting go. Now your budget no will not have parliament will not approve of the budget. Sani man and name will be seen and will catch them no say wo o papa so okay your papa ye a liman budget and person me kai when your papa ye
why papa dey can say
can for that papa Jones for that when you baby ko also one person kind of papa ye a liman budget he shouldn't go there now ono the catch in the budget now parliament will reject his budget Sadan no sha say free ya fe o san baby say I be no mo de ba if anything parliament will reject it you live mo de ba kra mo be lose election and no if I want say you be lose election ampa. The NDC is an alternate administration.
Sharp.
Yes, when a quiet when you announce a bit me a bow minor. Say the banner say I'm more minor. Nesse, I wanted to tip on some more. So then just say, a friend saying, you trouble, you better NDC for. And this they say, no, I'm out as a changing budget, you're rejected. King.
Chief.
Na ebinom omo ase na wokan ebinom so say ai say ade no ba nano president Mahama osi wo ai monko IMF say ye nyina bro pepe politics ni ye wo omo kire wo no na nye covid na ba wiase o wo de dum so a wa manage ni ye e ma companies collapse ye ne ade ai de ahokire ba na odwane ko IMF IMF no king ukwa omo won hyehyeye e de ma oman ya do tibi akɔhye omo tabon ase anything king when you fi kakra Rollins time that was the first time ye de nkɔhye IMF nsa ankasa abra liman time no enema ye ngonran ya Rollins be so mu a Dr. Kwesi Betwe ebe ye finance minister no mo so mo nko ba bia na a friend saying omani benyi sika wo mu dia ye bibia ye penti ye ndie nko ba bia 1982 1983 yin na hu ku attempts ananka e ba bitu Rollins egu a kirei ena okọ IMF no yehya mo de ba ye ne say abanye dwuma bebre o ha dipe wo mu kura dɔso dum ya manfo adi they started something with cocoa board inipa omuyi omadi o cocoa board nko ano king na ye more than 13,000 cocoa board Rollins time
as I hear that I'm friend is a redundant and as a retrenchment and there was that
so na yi nkofo adi yes ye redeployment yenkase ya retrenching ye na yes ye redeployment no so ye odi se kofi what you say and omni tabon to ye so say mayen fo obi adwuma mu so bekaya nti da IMF no mo hwe the economics of the financials of the state omo do ti ko sha say ade bia no mo ye no sa program ya opese oyi e especially social programs to say health insurance to say free senior hire you see
hello
you see Jeffrey ho omo de omo hwe economics say usika ne begina amawo e no mo dwene especially social programs there IMF wombeti the first thing the culture will say cut expenditure through social expenditure health insurance free senior high you see ABB leap livelihood empowerment woman and ye man ye kra ne yenko ye mo kakra say wo sabe ko man no IMF will not like that and nti so So be kai Rollins time no. Omo ye ya. Afei United Nations Economic and UNESCO for be kan say policy no ha amanfo no omo policy say ha amanfo no. And omo introduce you program bi an ye no PAMSCAD.
Yeah.
PAMSCAD na dey program
of action to mitigate social cost of
the social cost of the adjustment.
What
kakura won kan wi. Ena eno ye hu nia ekosi ye. E be yi nkrofo di in total no Ghana for yi omodi wa adwuma mu no na ye more than 170,000. Under ayi kosibotwe. Yi omodi fi adwuma mu. Afi ye say peska mama recostate omodwuma sika no never came. Nanu ya President Mahama Oba ya ono so ka say IMF after President Kufuor eyi yem free mu no osan call ho no. Kwame, what happened? The first thing they said, they say ayi efe no say net ni say efe ni pa adwuma mu. Ji say obi akọ retirement ana obi ewu ana say obi agya ya adwuma no
ana ye yi obi edi. Sa ne man nan ena si abutuma fo obi akọhye nan. Anya sa dia ye makwan ma abanefo bia. Emu no na afei konya Association of Graduates unemployed graduates no because afei omo e ba bonten afei di ndimi mfa bi kura. King, we are living witnesses of Sanyemen. Now, President Mahama, oka say obeye free senior high. Now we say obeye progressive after status CC secondary schools no. Secondary schools we see no. I didn't know one for boarding facilities and can because boarding awokoya was a buying sika kakra de support enkwara no. Omo school kono omo disua no. IMF they will not sanction that. In the schools now, President Mahama ye nyina na day schools no. Ene abaya ba ye free senior high ye SIS pande boarding facilities. Ye friend saying even one district one factory abayin so koso so nkrofo omo ankasa omo private adwuma na se bi adwuma no nko yi abayin be so mu se be emu be tre wotuma fa ni nkrofo adwuma mu no. IMF will not allow that. Point noted, but chief, yeah, Miska o kane adidi e bisu say loopholes our system, corruption our system no mon plug those loopholes, mon jai corruption, a buying expenditure also president has been flying on kind of say a private jet and those things. Sa loopholes no na ama I say e kana kosro e jai business ka boy hombra. Na say if you insist say e-levy any the panacea, you lose election.
King, my main can say, Ketasishene proye. Any senior working say loopholes are what system no. What's a general reports a bachelor and say, Sika was said the year Juma, Bebre and ye Juma no. In fact, there's a World Bank report to be a Asana Ban we crabebano. Now, actually say, about 25% of sika ekobo bisi ekobo say dey be ye adwuma no ye ka value for money e be a quarter of sika na ba system no na ekufo ado abai mayo sika ba system no no enye adwuma and the king sa system na woka no ye asem titiwu a o say nyina ye mi ni hwe ye mi ni hwe auditor general report auditor general report afibia bebia Sika eko system no yentimi account for kese any district assemblies. And only this every year. Baby ayi kania no ekoto kese any district assemblies. King enti district assemblies yemu no ana. Debi o se ye hwe kwan a sika eko assemblies no, ni assemblies no nko sika eko system no mu nyina no. Ebitimi ahwe say yebe yadwuma de bia me kakra bo emrahye bedwa na echi se dodo no a ye ka no kwadu no se de bibo emrahye bedwa de ntia me ka sa ne se ye ka oversight se sika de ma ban wodi oni bedi akire se sika na be yadwuma constitution no adwuma no ne kase no de ma parliament o parliament enenti ni atete basonfo committee no se what is the kama aban say aban no mfa nkoye adwuma what is kana ma no a wo kwan say ukosi akire na hwese ya vote 200 million na edi ama wo se fa ye adwuma ebia first quarter yaba sika no baby odi akoye adwuma odi akoye me nhwe king obehwe no obehunu se ententan bi akọ baby na parliament committees no omo adwuma no wo se omo ye no pa no dodo no anye ne se ne wo se edikosie no nti me de so bo no kra bebre bo parliament committees no na anu yam no mu hia na me ka ho se king me fa no se road construction akwanye so we akwanye ya committee na hwe akwan so no road committee no omo bebre enye experts omo engineers and omo nye quantity surveyors and yet me akwa assess kwan woni bo o say say ye yisika esi ho ma committee no say committee na wonni saa nimdie no so person ko hwe kwan bia ho bajisika ni bi na fa ko engage experts and consultants omni kan go yakwan ne ye no don't for report me mansa na makọ mokọ then you can raise the relevant questions. King, what is going to do? The committees don't come and use the money. Tenanu yam no mushara me ka say sika no yeteto amfa ngo yadwuma na ben fie be dunia ye share say ade na se president Kofo time no ye share say second session of second term of president Kofo time and they share say me pass about 12 years in or maybe 3 about 16 years ago. Sika no yeteto afi bia so committees no use the parliamentary committees no na was say share mun kran
enti mo mo chitu mu say loopholes wo ho say the ojitum no necessary intimi block here we can't blame it on anybody but mo
the fault is not in our stars. Yes, we can be. Minka say
basic is say yes these things are necessary we say will make your party lose election.
Say the 11 ba King, me de me speaker nya adwene kra. Me nya adwene da. Because me gidi say skano ba. King, you bit me da yenema bebre. Me, e de bia to nchen a. And this for no, nya omo ye, a omo ankasa kra omo ye consistent. Ye sha say na de no mo so ade no ye mpekra. Mo se kodu be na fe de mo se 1% ye pe. Mo de eba 1% de e beje. Na ba de ne 1.75 me boa. Aban so ate so aba. Ate so 0.25. Ndine de na ba 1.50. And oni telcos nso akokasa. Telcos nso ate omo de nso by 0.25. So that effectively no say no technically we are talking about an additional charge of 1.25.
But now that time I see now can be say more than 1.5 no. And na ye nkontabu mo agya tum ti say ya mo ate so no he fa na mboko akofa
ye de 1.75 na ye
nkontabu very good
and ye de is the ate so about 1.5 so what I say na king at the end so once I make us a telco so ate omo de no so by 0.25 so the cumulative impact no ate from kanina na nke 3.75 ate about 3.25 because at the end
until the ate free so na e dey am content you go akofa na hen yetimi dey
king telcos no friends say electronic transfers no the business no is increasing astronomically. So here 2 years ago 2020 no transfers now it was around 550 billion. 2021 so hun yeko it cost 720 billion. The anticipation is that this year you know it bet me I could bear 900 billion.
All right. I feel
say it is so crambo no say what is what it's likely say she can only lose so much.
Right. But yes, happiness say yes, you are going to tax or you are going to levy my money on my wallet. And if we transfer my bit no, Mr. 1 minute factory mommy.
The enye kasa. And this is for no so mom pay. Adena on them kasa mo position near consistent. Cause the shots you say adena mom pay kra. Ye ne omo trans say negotiations no e church mu ye no so okay. Send ye hu ne just say ade no say area be ma man no sika sema atoba dini mo de munye no 1%, mam munye no 1.75. What you say aban ne tie so ba 150 ya fe de mo say atenfa what is about 150 ama tech was not is about
1.5
nti ama aba technically about 1.25 afi de say atenfa yen baby na 11 nye de how beba. In the meantime omo na ka say sisi afi de mo say atenfa no the 11 no yen fan to transfers no eso ne yen fan to on the wallet omo na ka say yen fan to wallet so say the levy should be on the wallet. What it means is that not just ade no oti ase say eye na mum no it's incidents baby air corner now say yen fan ko di fa yen fan ko bengum. What you say king in here then now say afa dey wo say ade no kra wo mpe woni ba ko wo say wo mpe o di be so yen fan ko 1%. Afa dey wo say ade no fan ko wallet so mum fan to transfers so. And you don't know positioner omo gina say to be say bisa say be say grofozo and che means abonzu na na on knipa ne momo na on pe consensus.
Yeah, so you don't build consensus. What is another mutakata say you don't build consensus.
No omo time no bisa no de bia say asem na wo kan no aya wo say wo twa nkontompo tu nipa so na wo gina wo ka be ma nkontompo na no kre kin me kire mu say me be ye minority leader no ono oba me office time bia ope o Haruna eba me office time bia ope mini womo ye structure nhyiemu say nyet say wo ba me dem no ma yedi nkomo no nko a so but ye nhyiemu say with the leaders nye minority for no nko me ni me nkrofo ene omo so no nkrofo kin ye share more than me fan say over 20 times ye share. Every parliament business. You can't buy more business. My use my ministry no any leaders no me na fan me no yeshia oho and so 4 times. And pray no de enwumre na ye no ho tie die ho nkoma na say we break bread. Ye didi e kan ya no say nuanom. The final one, Minister Kuno, afanu nyina any deputy speakers, Jacob president ho emprensa. My president ye din komo wi a, ono so ye tun said di. Let them tell me, on can tell me say President Mills, ni John Mahama ebreso no. Woman, some leaders now, one occasion that could pay. Frame minority for some mama me parliament ko ma.
Eti anya no say you don't
okay,
at this point, Ghana for baby say, what is the state of the e-levy? Say, is it in coma? Is it dead? Is it waiting? Now, say, situation be a wumbiana.
E-levy.
How is it affecting Ghanaians?
Oh, it's affecting Ghanaians because say, I have budget. The e-levy. Sika ye se benya free mu no ye de aka ho almost 7 billion ye de aka ho say ye de aka ho a emma prekope wo jiji ne de bia wo jiji na otwe bia wo jiji ne boso me bia they say budget na ye no boso me di kana besenko boso me no February e besen akwa 11 no ye nsi ni gina ye to hu ne asi ene amafo kasa omo kasa. Oh, o man no say ye ni sika di tua ye ka nti adwumayefo kora ndi mi omo ka king sa ne man ka ho bi na ama rating agencies krampo no ati ama the rating abafom eno ka ho bi na ama the 3 rating agencies no ama ya downgrade Ghana so oye o man ba pa king ka obesom na ye pejemu. What you say? Say nebe ya sa ne ma no e be fi ho. Nti de ama e ha o mani kese eni say sika na mani nti ka ho bi. People then begin to think say e be ma ye kai de default. Oh, then your time so say kutu sika na untimi ntua because sika na wani das one na e ma ye no. King eno ka ho ana ma rating never.
All right. Abusafo mutie.
For betie. I was say ma mutie say king eto etua benin say it is say wo twen ohunu nwi eto pie ni wa che say de It's a which many party and sana. And
I said, what shall I say? Which you be who say, I say, I'm out for it. I say, first, no one to. Anyway, Mr. Jarvis Pepper, you are doing the listening. You're honorable or say, Chimes Abus, because I will see a sound on ye. Into your technicians, Madaro, Masadi, or Focano, Montpija Mukakra. And he say, you know, I say, be who say, I'm out for a hockey can, and run how many importers be doing como the coming to back the thing as so for the other. Say, wait, maybe you are time. One year in education and Tim said, ye, there's a
came on. Legitum.
Thank you.
Legitum say, ya mohu de rui, and I'm uncle for omo entiasia, and as a bidim so a boom trimpo say, Adiba, a position a abino baby, the Avianciano, and a bani yenti matumi. It be margin no. If you more criticize it,
it may be fast tracking me, no, maybe. Yes, Attorney General they can answer court now. Can maybe say deputy speakers no, they cannot vote.
And this is for the cancer. Yeah,
and must stand on this necessary. King, because me suma me member of parliament, me try about man say onko na onko ka me masema me so representing me. Say me party and I can say nipa me tuma no and when ya na say no obi ano or hono emma me. It is so come as a mammy, but yes, so Akoko ye can say deputy speaker only a choir say or trouble. Emrana
King and Tissa
Emrana say
Emrano so kind your constitution na oka say oka speaker sem so or say the speaker of parliament shall have neither an original nor casting vote. Was this speaker not there? Abaya to one, we need original vote, we need casting vote. Original vote, we say, be better aba. Speakers who abano, assembly na aba. Mama press one monka se debi. Mama kase ani, mama press one monka se debi. And I say be a yenka nipa. Mama press one yenka omo sorry yenka omo. Mama press one so yibia, mama press one so sorry yenka omo. Speaker no, otina konyo mu a, ontimi nsore se yenka mi. Ena or see the speaker no constitution wherever constitution be used the definite article
the speaker
no there can speaker asem no or mini speaker no ansa na parliament de ye be boatas and ye no nye deputy speakers now but deputy speakers no there
o see pacho eda honorable say honorable Joe Wise
yes
ebetna akonwa no no
yes
me to be refer no as the speaker
there be
me refer to as what
or no your friend no ye boni din say Mr. Speaker. And yet the speaker. The deputy speaker is not the speaker of parliament.
But then say speaker. Substantive.
Yes.
Right Honorable Bagman or Tia Konyemua. Na me address na me to me and can say the speaker and they said that they outcome. You refer to him as Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Sana or sorry, na say Joe Wise but now Sana or address no. Sana yes sir.
And correct. Baroko constitution or my distinction.
The speaker is the substantive.
The substantive speaker.
All right.
And deputy speakers also or refer to them as deputy speakers. Now, King, or can yen right the age man. Apart from say or say order 109 or repeat article 104 no. Or say Mr. Speaker shall have neither an original nor a casting vote. So now or say on any of the speaker need to tell you say we are two about there. Say a paya speaker no only casting vote. Over here deputy speaker there or say a deputy speaker or any other member presiding shall not retain his original vote while presiding.
Mm-hmm.
And you say no a deputy speaker and say what ya kunyom dia what ya kunyom no original vote no ontimi ye twaba from a kunyom no the original vote he cannot exercise.
And what is the original vote?
The original vote is maka and once much I was say when I speaker. The ubisa question no so na ubisa question no we have some na metie adwum the question no nie asema ye tuso aba nie na me mato aba no say da bi original vote why exercise no what you say we no say ontimi nyesa what it means is that Also, was speaker nankasa the only original vote, no only casting vote. No say deputy speakers no there. Omuti akonye mu a original vote no they cannot have it. Inti nema mienu. Onema mienu obetumi aye. Se oti akonye mu na so ye speaker. Or say whilst presiding no you don't have your original vote. So person o exercise your original vote there. Just oba form, oba plenary ho and obeto aba. Se ye to aba.
Ti wotu wi ana wasa akwasa.
Ye to aba. King ye to aba. Na se deputy speaker bi ato aba. Na se deputy speaker bi na tie dwom a. Na se deputy speaker ba ko oti form no eto aba. Obetimi afre no se omra no omeyi no. Ana se bi speaker no kra mbo ama ne musu na deputy speaker te o. Obetimi afre se Mr. Speaker ye to aba ndi the tra edwom na me nkoto aba ni bi. Because or say whilst presiding we new original vote. However, deputy speaker no preside there obetimi anya casting vote.
What is the results
na free no. Otimi ka say me saka results no. Na ansa na me announce no. Me matuma banako. Sa me no saka results no. Nti eno obe exercise no is the casting vote.
It will to serve vote no.
Na
ekopaya. Yenim say casting vote nso so no. E will wait be. Anameboa.
Yes.
Na Akoko ka say no or casting votes na epaya. What then becomes of
epaya after so no exercise the casting vote epaya there. Epaya the sponsors of the motion, what the motion in buy, the motion is lost.
Okay.
King, now speakers are omunye members of parliament. Say you speaker onye member of parliament. Omuna end.
Does the speaker be also a member of parliament?
Speakers are members of members of parliament. Yeah, constitution, you know.
Yes.
Emma speaker no member of parliament. Kenya for na nkomo speaker a member of parliament. Nsemba ye no. Omo sisa omo constitution, you know. Omo hwe Ghana de na na yempeni Kofi na ye general secretary general of UN no. Am ko hwe since ye no. Omo be ye constitution no be fa de ko model Kenya de no. The Kenya speaker say no onye member of parliament. Ewiase nyina no speakers are omo nye members of parliament. King omo ye dumiensa 13. All other speakers are members of parliament. The speakers now are members of parliament. Ni nyina so ye traba omo to be. Some of them even exercise original votes. Oko Canada nso ye Commonwealth country say na Commonwealth country no. Almost speakers they exercise original.
But ye
dey. Yes say what ye dwom a. Deputy speaker no what ye dwom or exercise original vote.
But or
casting vote. And obetimi say on tie dwom nso a otimi kofom ekoto aba. Also exercise original vote now he can leave the chair.
I don't see the idea who say Joe Wise or wha na ekoto aba or say you can say second deputy
because I don't na speaker no ankasa ni ho na first deputy nso ato naba and na Joe Wise say ono mu kwasa no yare to ye say o meyi no na nkonom na duro no use washroom usu na aba no so na ye nam say ye kan ni pa mako ndi na ebe last the brain no think owia abeba plenary abeto aba king offend mra bia
honorable can say Minister of Parliamentary Affairs.
Emra sem dey kan.
Yeah, be na mo no dey Ghana. For ni enim say na say mu bi mo dey can say Minister of Health ebegina Parliament. Emra say mo te Basonko wi na mebo a. Emma akọ hwese mu. Na ye feel say asem na wu. But ya te say mo nua no asa akeka wo mo. Dem say fortunately and unfortunately last week ye komodi ani edi na ebe mu say you need myself no baby you could see. They say what is going on? What is they say Akwesi say Matisse yes say
Obekaya a man for a big raising issues about the procurement of Sputnik vaccines. Sama na COVID ni jemu pa no. Ena omo e kan say Achimamenu health minister akoto also okope Sputnik vaccines in that Sputnik nso Russia for na ye. So ena wono ko use Emirates shake bi se shake no enkope Sputnik vaccines ni mai eno na ekofa asemba ye se na oman no oman deal ye na kofa adantemu bi se wono mi gina ntemu no onkoto ankurankure mpo nye oman no ena ebeji na ankurankure bi mi gina ntemu no nkoye so that was one. Number 2 omo kan say Sputnik no emai vaccines ni medu Ghana na so mati say otua sika ama obi a ɛno nso yɛhu vaccines bia ɛna ɛno nti yɛkaa sɛ yɛntotona no na ansa na no na question bi ba parliament ama yɛbisa no sɛ ɛnokora sɛ wɔkɔtua sika bi ama for the procurement of Sputnik vaccines bia no na adwamanu ka sɛ daabi ɔntua sika bia akyerɛ no a amanfoɔ bi yɛ motion sɛ yɛmfa no mmra ne yɛmmisa no ho asɛm no ɛbɛtɔ odwa sɛ ɔman Ghana akɔtua sika bi ama shake no amba ɛna kɔyɛ sɛ krahye na woamu yɛbisa wɔ sɛ mo so wontua sika ɛdɛ na afei de wabɛgye ato mu sɛ motua sika ɛna ɔsɛ nokorɛ na ɔno nim sɛ finance ministry ne tua sika na ma sɛ nipa no na ɛnuro no wahia ɛnuro no mae na ɔsɛ ɛno nti ɔmo hu saa no ɔmo hu sɛ afei mpusu nipa no a Sputnik vaccines ne mae because saa Sputnik vaccines amrɛ no na Russia foɔ esi ano ban sɛ ɔmo hia adeɛ no de ahwɛ ɔmo nkrɔfoɔ nti ɔmo ma ebi nkɔ baabi a sɛnea wokae a AstraZeneca na India foɔ no ɔyɛ no ɔmo so sii ban sɛ ɔmo nkrɔfoɔ no yɛre na tiɛte sɛ nti ɔmo ma bi nkɔ baabi a nti adwamɛ no bɛka sɛ nti ama sika na kusa ana ɔmo yɛ sɛ sika na kusa de a kɔgye ɔman sika momfa kwan biara so nkɔgye ɔman sika mmerɛ king ɛno na adwamɛ no bɛhyɛ bɔ sɛ nipa no sika no ɔde ba within 2 weeks no korɛ sika no nso bae so na nipa no bi sɛ wɔde nsuo na gyina no mu kasa kyerɛ Ghanafoɔ bɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛ me nuanom saa mmerɛ no na yɛ life and death ana afei nso no ade no koraa nso na yɛ international business transaction so the constitution ne say international business transaction it is ano I was saying about parliament ratify agreement no wanfa ma parliament no so and na some na emergency na ma bo metrim po say saa de ne sia me ba parliament abeye e de ehwo asma ba na magye atoma ma me king saa ne menyi ensa ene koye asem titiri asem no mu bo yi ano e ma committee no report om de ba ye no e be gitu mo so no mu susu se ne me bi ho a onye ne ne mo no kokko se next time mo hwe na mo ntuo yi report ne wo mu ano no na onse na ye August
report no recommendation or edit by and say ye mon kokko
sa
anka se ye mpam no
ebi
anka se ye nyinadi anka se on resign anka se ye mon kokko
sa enti se na report no so wo mo nyina committee no afam bi enu na wo so na MPP ne NDC fo nyina na gitu mu ma report ye debate ye na no na e ba afro na ye debate no na me ka se wunda ka ye se there be oye agent motion say ye ntwena so ye nsakena ma me can say agent motion na be ni say because some motion na aba no say adopt report no ye mra mu no emra de ye adwuma no ye fa ni motion on notice and you want me nye a motion without notice to arrest a motion aba on notice to make a chance say na oye no ye mra no support eno na say no okay say da no amia speaker na no tell you mo yes secondary speaker August no ya mputu kwese no they take final decision ye ba December no na inim senke be sa de ya anye ana abesi ne nti na me ka sure mo say ye take decision on the report no na nsane ne I think ukweda no parliament agitumu the agitun report no dia na osan be motion say ye ntwena ye mpam no based on what? So what can a vote of censure? What about some for? Or my establish it clearly say, I dare back community our constitution will so a book constitutional so until yen fast yen share and yen and so yen for empamna. Now we establish that report no son cancer. Indeed, on what basis now say vote of censure? What you say? Vote of censure no and so say best succeed the crime no. Or say yes, we hear 2/3 of the members of parliament noting the yes. I don't even want to talk about the numbers. Your numbers are saying America, but me say motion now they ban the fapim ne say.
Enti me say you don't want to talk about numbers, but yes. Me come out make us say who say you much ado about nothing.
King, just say any basis.
Motion in the honorable. We so America gra. So I be bo about so be so still. Akwan no wo mo epemo na ma mebusa the last time I buy mebusa say yeso am akwan no kropo kwan ne ade no to say what is the states of Yakwa so far, how far it was Swame constituency.
King, me does it. Say, Mre and Cherry Ebe in Fiebe, influencia and Fie 9 no. And by Casa Semino, and the Swami Aquain, and the Sissi Nay and Yakofas, and I say, Monco has was in easy. Say about Yamiadum. Abino, Yaquanity, will be uncanny baby, Yanka and more. James Abuja Basubi, or more, even party for no more honor, no more. James of Petras on 1 year wooty. Nay, can't screws a year.
Let Honorable know that his constituency includes Bremen, UGC, Kronom, and some parts of Afrancho, but it seems his only concern is for the people of Swame. Please kindly tell Honorable that we did not vote for him to be in Parliament only, and he should visit some constituency areas to see how bad our inner roads and lanes are. He should come and do so for us. Okay, many of my name say, be also say a Franchum crack out. You work on constituency, no, maybe a constituency Sikronum in say Francho. A Francho, why a Francho, a Uruku, a Quabre West, a Uruku Edia. Francho Miami Papa Crum, but a constituency in Sikronum, or the Cronum Francho Boshi. You see, Francho was the Quabre West. But senior making Obia Woho or constituency or no Heniamano. Who say, and yet, as was a swimming one, Yami Cressa. A quantum be a dick and goose or a Mercu townships. And ye drains or Busho Crua, and name Conchumanum to Moche Elevisicamode. Oh, I can tell you, say, contractor no bar and Crancra last week, Minishia. Na ose be na otwe mini we anim onya gravel pit bia okoye na ode abegu ode aba nkontwuma abusu kuruwa ho aye dressing na awie no na afi takwa ho no ose okase okoye drains na ansa ebe hadwen because pipes e ho na abedusoro to so be fele ho no nyina nso awie ansa na start drains na water kwana nti na say ye begu abushekuru abebo melkru mu ohun na ebe takwane anomanyi ka ho a na say de seso amenzo o so ameni so amina nyamiadom omaye de asphalt overlay atuso what I say na ono mpo say asphalt overlay no de one lay yesa beto so amede no samzo ba ko na woso no wafa so ame kin wafa nanzen a wo hu se nia so ame adena ye the spread ni emfa the other areas no so ebi na obi anya asphalt ni bi abusekuru ahode na ebe ni na asphalt ko ni ebe na ene takwa ni anomanyi konchuma majority leader ye right konchuma nanu mbo no em say contractor no isike bi na akoka controller ho monko jima no nto aso em ma me free controller ama omaye nhye bi aze me fa say na otwe e wo ani mu ni sabe kan sika no so de akoye nti very soon em say baby aka no obi a wo kro no obi a akokro no abohia ho no ohun say omoye efa angel side ho omgusu omoye na angel ho no mutu yesi be be the utumfo connect Akoko. Yes, terrible but Asante and Kumasi roads in general. My very final question ni the other time na moka interchange also runabout aloga junction near the ho asem na kosi say da bia me sorry a onu di nkomo wi a na afi I know where musa dey say no where musa dey say da bia me musa it's on the card sounds afi budget ni kan ho asem na ne me ayi a me ma amanfo ne say so me interchange omo ye feasibility studies ni na wi drawings no omo gusu a omo ya omo sakre mu also originally no nanka omo be ye 3-tier interchange and they say omo ye no 4-tier to say poku ase de no be ye na so ame it will be the second in Ghana na eno no ehia say obehwe protein ni yi on say Ghana Water Works e wo ho Wesley College practice school wo ho ene obi kra so ye more obi wo e form ho your method is for more. You must look at maybe and it's so I mean police station nanka Asantema originally no nanka ho interchange no fly overs ni be so obi akoje obi sika ma ye
stores all those things will be affected.
It will be because you will be more to me and say, and when we more,
to me, I want to say, maybe stores no your police station one. I hold you right of way. I don't know. Send back on or this come on court. And those things are being taken care of. Now, if we are, I think the second place a interchange in the Santasa roundabout, and also a major interchange. Baho. Na Oka Amraga. Amraga the also no. I think in fact Swamidiana is going to be the first to start in Ashanti this year. Na afi omuwia be call Santase near Bamraga. Amraga the no echo actually because you see is the main arterial road leading to Accra. So one ye a quino ntemo the say be divert traffic here from Teke Ebano. Traffic at Bebahono, you can't contain it.
All right, thank you, sir.
So, the Bayas animal Nafi, a chassis, and just be but
we say Ghana, Rashibi for an answer of Mampenia Sway, Oma Ghana for how much he's been spending on the foreign travels. Say, oh, yeah, I feed you.
The foreign travel of every president is a national security issue. And America Air Force One, President usual armed forces for plane. Whatever goes into it, is a national security issue,
including the costs.
Everything included. What it means is that you see, I know say shrouded in secrecy.
It is eating all of our money.
How?
It is eating all of our money.
How possible? The thing is that presidential jet, a presidential jet, omo actually say, Ninfia edi nuntino, intimi nko more than 7 hours. Maybe a president could be more than 7 hours. Oh yeah, oko oji muachini, ni ni sesi ni bisi. Don't say Ghana has said the mutimi deko.
West
Africa, ni even Africa, or kwa utimi deko. Maybe any more than 7 hours, mutimi deko. King Sana Hunsen ete.
Finally, and they are to a bar. Who's to say mobile winning and a bedroom?
Mono abadi na waka.
Ghana for to a bande. See, I more performance the baby OCCA. Yene say the Ghana for Sifili. As a petrol prices a control, lorry fares a control, cost of living high.
Petrol prices they say unim say ya liberalize it sadindada. From Rawlings' time, any liberalizes Adiana. And intino, the world market price of fuel energy. Unfortunately for us, say petrol bo worldwide cost. Yeah, budget crano. Now yes, estimate say petrol no bono be I think we use $65. And the estimate. King say it's more than that. What you say? In the year dana petrol bono cost. So because my petrol bono in cost there, I was say Abon no introduce subvention of petrol no. King, ni nyina so ebeyeka ama Abon no bitua. In the meantime, ye pisika so a kosi koda nkoda. Ni edro no ni nyina na say ye behire mu akire amanfo. King, nia amano yakugina. Na me say amanfo ebeti ase. Ghana for they are very intelligent people. So we to propaganda gu emu na say afei ni penya akwan chechire nsemu a eto akomaso na me say eto abana say na esi ko na afei ni pe tiase and even the e-living ni pe tiase no eto abana I know say Ghana for benya gidie wo mu no
we time aso ntimaye but almost say the other time now say Uber retire from parliament. Some members from your constituency say Sasa no pa enka next time when your opportunity ba actually sign but ene mo bi e me mouse akwanya nti e da for the account I wasn't but ene dey me mouse akwanya because me time aso okay honorable say chairman sabusu e da CP no ada aja no pay so amemra se medwani ono na eda dom kese na no e wo parliament uti Akoko Abon hello 101.5 FM me time 23 minutes past the hour of 8 Mame Santen na me ba penifo a omaye krado na no pay mehu Percival Kofi Akpalo ewa around sanso na Honorable Vincent Kwasifua a member of parliament for Old Tafo constituency and Honorable Fusili Donko former DC Setre Afram Plains also so ewa around me so me wa Hamidin the King Edward the slave the private chief Ashanti. I'll be right back.
Hey, only watch it. Only say me ko Kumasi Catering Rest House. Ma wo bi na mkwamu ba. Me ko pe baby on bed dam o masuma nto o. Kumasi Catering Rest House. Oh yes. Kumasi Catering Rest House. And oko watch ana. Say o masise mo mo ko different level kra. Obeje di say anopa no du na fufuo. Ene nkwa o pe di bia ye ready. Wo say serve continental dishes nyina bi e ho. Na oni grow akwasie da bia. E ho ana amafo kotena. Edi mutuo ene tize papa bi. Kumasi Catering Rest House mutuo special. Wamu mutuo ene wo tize tene die. Eye super. Shano so say Kumasi Catering Rest House. Esa ye door to door delivery service. Kumasi a o pe baby pa edi wuti ato. Asudwe wom na opeduane pa edi ama nwato de a eno ani Kumasi Catering Rest House say eni kasema wom ni say o ma stand laundry abeka wadwuma ho eno ti o pese okosi uniema fabric Kumasi Catering Rest House ni etwa ni yopo amount na menim say Kumasi Catering Rest House e wadum Kumasi High Court achi Registered General Department new office ni hwe ni mu e hwa Ufri Bank of Ghana usani tu ase onuma Kumasi Catering Rest House ni fra o e 03220 026506 and now 0555-917084. Kumasi Catering Rest House. Yet so yedi kind ye koda dada. Abraji invitation. Oh, ba party will be few. Party. Who penijio? Hey, now what to a new life homeopathic clinic? At the Abon and Mabusu and Fabra Bomono. Enter party.
New Life Homeopathic Clinic. Assisa wabra and paddy. Nancy Wube says the car to party.
Messi Hawa, Menima Busu and Fair Mono. She so kukra bebrenya. A war, the Bakwa, and won't to me more. Akiasad Madia Bremi. Miankasakra prostate area and high blood pressure. No womasu. And the new life in tea.
New Life Homeopathic Clinic.
Stroke and infertility. What in a type or ultramodern laboratory, ya wadi year diagnosis. And some more dry and one name will be 2 years and asakura. And the entrance my area nunya to Tumrikako New Life Homeopathic Clinic or at Asmansu Masiha. So free Santasia, Waban A Life Fuel for 0244 093595 and 020 3335
New Life Homeopathic Clinic.
Oyari Abako, Nuan Kwafufro. Akoko Abon kukuruku adie chibia. Ghana mai betum pon negina wo mamba power gene Ghana ho kane. Akoko Abon ye dwumadi amanyuku ahodo ne gina so da won da ye so a wodi makana mai. MPP say ye ne wo sno kokuruku a wodi ye chi asuo nkam. NDC akatama so okata ne maso. CPP say ye ne nanan makoko nyina manyuku no. PNCC ye kube anye na magani amagashia ne hunu amagawo ho. Ti Akoko Abon dwumadi wo Hello FM so. Memenda no pebia. No, 27
past the hour of 8. Hello, 101.5 FM. Honorable Vincent Asifua, a member of parliament for Old Tafo constituency, Kumasi, Greater Kumasi. Honorable Fusini Donko, a former DC, Setra from Plains, and Mr. Percival Kofi Akpalo, LCA leader, IPG Ghana, the regional chairman, also a main man. Chairman, Kofi, chairman is a
hey, Ashanti Renya chairman. Ako yomafo.
Would I be share? But the Koku.
Very dinana.
Chairman, chairman, your friend. Now, sit down, come New Life Homeopathic Clinic, say, or boy, shoe stroke or high blood pressure, and no maybe a how or bow to me or Bema won't to me and go Bema, Wako fire on Pem, or Bako fire on Pem, Bema, Janano, I am Ray, Mr. New Life Homeopathic Clinic. Over saying a jam. Say, I took a crowd over saying, so also, and no maybe a how which bremu and go to view CC, then no scan or lab or hormone, physio center or massage center, New Life at the best show. I'm a wet me see. Pinosita or what as maso runabout or what as maso obey a life you on my and crash down some runabout obey King Solomon Ofre Dr. Mark J 0244093595 0244093595 and 0203 335 439 0203 335-439. Oh, my Roman, bro. Honorable Doko. Who watch a papa?
Finance, I'm a few be.
Now, yeah.
Oh, yes, I don't know here, pa. Janiama Nenko, so, Yamia from the any day.
No man, Nenko Yema. And then Kuyima.
I now say, fuel a breaky $8 so breaky $7. A mania na bakroom how.
I bet we are saying Abagana.
A bakroom hapa Ghana. Eh, no fuel a breaky and just the BBNC.
Fuel a Nigeria, say, Togo, say, Britain, say, US, say, yeah, dear no Ecosrupa.
Ecosrupa, pa.
See,
because Nigeria, okay, any Britain, okay, Omonfa, plain up, President Jerry William Nenam. Omunina, the presidential fly in a deco. And Jomo the extra cost beyond better also. By the a hocheraba. As you say, a hocherani the ma ya wasiano, a straw for the hocherani cow.
I see. Festival.
Yeah, King.
Let's say. Microphone over there adjacent to your hand. Thank you very much.
I Nakopon made pa bibi I fine.
Achama kuma for Jaw, so my friend Kuju.
Oh,
was me I found out
on the only boom from Tentum, sir. They're going to get one, yes, sir.
Okay.
When I put so money before no power, but in I didn't move.
Hello, Asifua, Marche.
Chairman. You do so, bro.
And I know quite over Mencia.
Ukwada no say MPs. Ashanti Caucus leadership no. Ana de Mr. Parliament sitia. Na yewo a certain business or parliament a yechi mu. Na ye mpanyumfo ni bi. So mo so betina parliament. Na mpanyumfo ni bi so aba program a wasa mo ba no. Nti me de ye ka se mentina parliament. Na ye ni business of the day. Na mpanyumfo ye yo mo no so mo so mra menhia. Nti not all the MPs were able to come.
I see.
But we had a very good representation.
Ukwadan de me honorable Ejimedu Enchi na me hu na chepa.
Yes, on the chairman of the Ashanti Caucus.
Oh, I see.
So the only option.
Me who honorable Eugene Enchi.
Yeah.
Me who honorable Ankre.
Right.
And sticker so but sticker na dem to me fe pa. MP follow by any na sticker to ma
na sticker guy.
Also na nim to ma no fira kra. Dem ti do as na sticker to ma kama na ufra that's what oda. But to ma dey na. What try to quite fast
no but sticker to a guy.
Na bra bo nyina
there be the guy no dey betias you. Sticker a guy.
Yeah.
And no could tell on them to man now ufra. But now said you ufra no.
Because no why coat and shirt personality.
Na me ni brain to no.
Nti when who from me say o force ko from into my wa ha me.
Odim to ufra.
There be no credit e ba ko pe.
Na no su ufra.
Na fugu ni
into my friend your friend.
Your friend. Hey calling.
Basa we di friend ma.
Ma person ba oja ba do o friend to ma pa.
Basa no na basa no so. Na basa so kama. And also move friend no my your monster style be say you. Already do ya.
Charlie, honorable. The levy. President Obama said the levy unpassable. And not wiki the conscience of the majority,
the clergy,
and the clergy, and but what you say, and you too harsh.
You see, Ken Mamenchia, what you
looks as if their conscience.
Mamenchia, what you for Omo Moshe, teach you million more sexual framplings. On hindsight, you might think, say, Ebia Bibi, I didn't free ban now, was it not too harsh? But Yemu Binma in Nim John Mahamanede, when Ukraine is the best out with the Maom. Because Minia Yan cannot crunch a home, my muhel. A Drew baby, we should stop taking advantage of people's personality to always try and bully them. Oh, and John Muhammad on the gentleman to Kaya or better say John Muhammad Ukikabichino crowd to me replant Yankee Cabinchireno. You see, we've taken advantage of the man's affability and gentility. You know, I say, Bibiani Aswako Gunoso. King. John Mahama, Ninu Ewuye, Christian Council or Omuko commiserate with him. I'm just asking a simple question. I'm just asking a question. Say, who said Christian Council? Say, Chief Imam Koho. I saw phone penny for Bibri Echo. What's that say? Christian Council didn't even send a delegation to go and say, Unyana no crown Kafra Yamao Yako. That is a fact I'm saying because Mom Koen in Iba News. Why would the Christian Council go Nicodemously? And Uncle Tonchen, there is an issue happening in Parliament. Between the majority and the minority. The leader of the NDC party now is, your friend is saying, Ira Ufuswampofu. Asemaba, Asemne free majority ho, and I say free government ho, and eba. So Christian Council party say, Omoni government got Tanasa Momo de Omati government asi every. As sided with government into no. Yeba be catch John Mahama say ono di ono so embeka omho no money MPs no kasa. Na MPs nti e-levy ase. Does it really make sense? Because nipa mienu na ofo say omanya issue.
Because ni nwe wi o ma mechia no.
I'm just trying to give you the emotional aspect say oye nipa. Yen treating as nipa first. Before we try to even create this kind of irrationality. Because I don't know between parliamentarians. A government introducing something, the opposition saying no. What engagement and a Christian Council, any government in Nyaye, and what was their position on that particular engagement or many government Nyaye? Omaka bibia chere Ghana for. And the ban send afi de John Mahama hone edi kako. To go and do what?
But say in adiem you know hona Obeko de abako na bidika yako.
Entino. Enye John Mahama na introduce you e-levy. Me te say leader cracker say NDC for na the e-levy crack show which is a total lie.
I see.
Hey, Christian Council, what did I say? Omukrako any your friend say President Akotnase and as a finance minister Akotnase. Ebisane say eba ne say na mudi ade we ba edi hoye eba parliament or because if parliament is the direct representation of the people, then e-levy's introduction is showing the mood of the people in parliament now. Say parliament ye na mo represent yampa and the AC or parliament bia no eye de ka ye de beto abonten anka ebesi and AC or parliament or what me logic na say. So it means to say this e-levy has a serious opposition in this country. Into the young China. So as Clayton Mermo tries say tension beba from niati ehwase. What was the engagement with the president on in the cabinet Eddie e-levy beto yeso? Even cry no aside no, how well has the minister explained the e-levy to the Christian councillor Omoti Asie? Enochi, have they engaged the leadership of parliament?
But when I say be a woman timetable as to who they are engaging. And you know
it is say just so no person do jana. Do you start from anono and I say you go and jump in the middle and start quenching the fire from the middle?
Yes,
don't you get bent?
Yes, start to cook baby potentially bet me
and I'm just you preventively no say Jan baby another fuel while you start from there.
Anyway, honorable mayor of Kumasi as in the first text or say from the way Honorable Vincent Asafua is beginning, I know he's going to turn the program into English, but tell him that we at Tafo are not Englishmen.
Sampai or Tafo.
Or say, yeah, every one of us is here. Send an MP before two police station election.
Or your workaholic,
or your ex-official member.
It's
be a honor. I say, honorable as if I shall say.
Not on anybody and get it. Or rest a crana be the Jume Yabatoi.
Okay, maybe the say, yes, I can understand the way from a kranka on could be kranka. Where the crowd the Maoma to forbo. But it is also true, say, now their conscience is now waking up. It is a fact. Say, I feel no conscience na adano. I feel na sorry. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gone to him. Nka bibisa and see what parliament or and komu who say, hey, this is the mood of the nation. Because they were sleeping. And see, Akin, ya tuaba, nipa base and what you. Christian Council doesn't care about that. Say they will even talk to the security agencies or talk to even the electoral commission. I say, no, nothing on that particular thing. Na fedie e-levy ko ene ko pim board ya. Ye huri ko John Mahama ho say or in Tokwesi parliament nti afedie John Mahama e bra. Na ne what is he even going to do in parliament? Onu hwa mo na ko kasa. Now, or can saying, that is why he told them, say, the parliamentarians are here. I've brought some of them are here. It will be deal with the parliamentarians directly. The Guardian FSA, the Christian Council, but call it on the even class, moon call it on Speaker Krana, call on the leadership of parliament, both sides. Namoni or Montanasi. Namon try to come up with something, say, listen. Technicalities no kana monti ase omunchire obi akire di mu bia mo de mo say you are for peace and yes sir and then the development of the nation
18 Christian Council 1
now they goofed by going to President Mahama.
Thank you. Honorable Asifua kwa ababiem na and they say to aba won pesu aso e dia baba na mo to MPP for
MPP and to aba Otafo na
sir
a polling station elections no
police station
I be nominations and no nyata fonko across the country into a day that is the 19th of February
tier 2 be on
2021 absolutely and then you pick forms will be a between a picking form and way across the country and the obia or your party ni mapa no jitum yi say was some party no onim party no say onim party nimra na oji party no ideology etumuno say nipa no ho kwan say obetumi akwa forms to be a polling station executive na say the munim no the National Council at the to be by na to no the elected committee be in all the constituencies no on normal organizing elections and the ota for the akoso sa pepe na mnim se so amede so
no sa election we say amoyem ensunsan so be na ya na enya e wo parliamentary candidates so presidential candidates so and general election in general and I press
from the latter general elections ensunsan so enya also no say mnim say be general elections at every polling station we need to have a polling agent. Now, when you're polling agent, you need to have somebody who is committed, a lawyer, because
some kind, bro, follow I'm not fine, Mr. Young Fansa.
I was say, you be very committed, or say a lawyer, or no, party, no, at every point in time, you can rely on the person. Now, Okophobia Sabi, and in 2012, they see various polling stations where some party executives and party polling agents refused to sign pin sheet, and some of them slept on the job. Some of them were even bought from other political parties to do the bidding of the other political party. And the minimum say since so a general election, so when young perform you're very committed. I'll be to me to make sure say every ballot is counted at that polling station. Now for presidential and parliamentary, so no, because party no say polling station executives na beto aba no mayi obi gina party na name e won posua no so no polling station for no so no you have to make sure say at least you get a sizable number on board bejo so or ideology so atum and the same transfers to a presidential and so and at every point in time no party no was there say obi or so to me I am loyal to the cause of the party.
And me first say wow yes sitting MP say untimi ni when ya bra sa election we say ekoso
Well, so we have election guidelines nearby. Every member of parliament, a member of the committee now is supervising the elections.
Okay.
A 9-member committee. Constituency chairman, Chairman Moses Donko, can be MP, can be constituency secretary, can be we are say rep in free region, and I say any other place. Nipa no atimi aye party adwuma bi anim no atimi aba no ba be rep ediama committee no na oba panyin so no so wa ebetimi ama no so aba be ka ho we are council of elders chairman or ka ho council of patrons and so ka ho
be say be say say be every funny kakra Kofi Musa Tafu
yes
chairman
yes.
The back contest a parliamentary primaries ni.
Yes.
Okay. My fancy.
But Chairman Moses don't go you brutal. He oh yeah brutal. Oh yeah brutal. Madam for me.
Because the back contest we na on the chairman. By Abia, on say.
On the enfant, he's a fair chairman. Take it for me.
All right.
Oh, you brutal.
We hoping so. Chief, you say President Mahama feel say he's been too long in the day. Say Christian Council for Beba, as in Ababe Council for ne nuanom kasa na e-levy tawano. And I say e-levy Ghana for nyintum senkanye. Mentime wasi ni blues. Ona na ona budongo. Ona na e-levy da iba na visa da. Visa no chire atoto nsa. But me so say ya kase.
Enye no come to visa. No, enye no correct.
Honorable Vincent say me nim say ya kase ya ka 10 young MPs obewombi.
Oh, ushemu year. In fact, a member of parliament. In fact, I'm the second youngest.
You are the second youngest.
Francis Kane youngest. If you Francis Kane,
it's member only the first youngest. It's not be enka obe young, vibrant, strong looking. He say nanka pupu papa.
Parliament a battle of ideas.
I think na
absolutely battle of ideas.
That's what to be saying. That's it.
Battle of ideas.
So,
NDC for strategy has been say at every point in time money speaker nya adwene bia no omo akọ first speaker akunya no meni baby omo kosi ansa de ni free eno me nua ashama madam for pano no ashama na mpi ono de oye seat taker and is a dia ato no ho no seat taker or seat snatcher every day bia ono de oya no kwatwa akunya menim. But you see, that is the authority of parliament. A parliament in the authority no akunya na speaker transfer. It is but authority of parliament na kasa the speaker tinedwemu because Mace is one speaker anymore. That is not parliament. So means the authority of parliament, akunya na speaker tinasono, you cannot go for it because what it means is that we don't have a leader.
Right here. You don't have a speaker.
You don't have a speaker. Okay. And unfortunately, that's how no money see. But I mean, say you don't call. Let me put it clearer. Made them on two blues. So for those of us who videos, Obia who say Vincent and two blues. No. I was there, but it doesn't mean there. But I know correct. King. No.
Fine boy pa. This is so we be chat
sports minister.
But so far this e-levy say no who Ghana for NTC whom say isifa name so for Akoko President Mahama and one as new rule e-levy discussions
Senior, my mencha obi na mencha watifo menya akonye nso de na me de ncha kase ediama ye Otafo constituency for na especially the leadership wo Otafo hemfo wo Otafo na Jemfrimpon na Atafo ahene ne pankro no hene Sari Kizungu bedenchi akasi nso be mamo no pay na masa we say all polling station executives the very best of luck and na ye bi so be abetumi akwakofa ne forms you but it is the responsibility of the party executives no ne MP to make sure say ya boa mo bia to me edi ne dwuma yi na issue of e-levy Ken one very sensitive issue, and I think apart from our political biases at every point in time, we'll deal with the issue of e-levy. What can I say there? I said not here. No clear woman say it is not an easy thing and a comfortable thing for anybody to say it's any panunkotia tax, and not even in Ghana, across the globe. In 2018, my boss Napo call US that time UN program be no the Medinachi. Na free Virginia, New Yorker. Most of the time, for some of us, your friends or no, we drive. Now, if I tell you the number of toll booths, Ubefem, now Ube get too closer to New Yorker, once the amount of money I would it is increasing. Sometimes about 2,000 meters away from New York, when you see a toll booth, but you about $40. $40, you know the bar Ghana Sikamo, that's about 200 Ghana cedis. These are the kind of money Yajeji or the United States of America. Now, much me and Yasikano at your boomino. And you're uncomfortable to pay because we figure Ghana what's the sun cedis. What's the sun cedis? You know, they are called dollar. So what it means is that over 5 polling stations more averagely, which is $40, 200 times 5, 1,000 Ghana cedis.
Over tolling booths more.
Absolutely. And yet easy. And yet comfortable for anybody to pay, for citizens and people who have even traveled. And the media menka say e-levy, and I've always been making this point that I will even support anybody who talks about a review of the e-levy. Say, oh, ABI ESO 1.75, and you know, you bet me at so be about 1.5 and now 1%. I agree with all those concerns. But as to the principle, say, is it a viable thing and is it a very good thing? Say, yeah. Say o ma bebe o ma bapa bia no obetua tax obetua to sa de no ye hwe e-levy is ya 1.75% on mobile money transactions, bank transactions na sa jini na who say NDC for ne Ura John Mahama Abon so. Now the inconsistencies with commentaries are making a hard dream because at one breath, untimin can't me say your koji loan a doors dodo and we are borrowing so much, the threshold you your bro so and the budget deficit now and your koji loan wa enye. Now when we also want to decide on how I bet me raising revenue domestically so can and also yourself. And so what do we have to do as a nation because we need to govern? At which point Anna, opposition party, stakeholders of government, everything who say, we need to govern a nation, and governing a nation, who hears can out there. MPP Abayanka say, Bosnia knew in 2016, and I know say MPP, NDC4, and other stakeholders have been misinterpreting government. Say, you buy and I see everybody say, Bosnia and all that. No, nobody says Bosnia. But as to the usage of Bosiano, and then Adiana ye can once. And you know, say MPP Abaya Adrian say, Bosiano, your boardroom pensobi, and because of the impact of COVID across the globe, and then Uko USA, food prices, and I say inflation rate, let me put it generally, record of about 7.5%. Record 7.5% in Judah. Where is it coming from? It is because of the impact of COVID. And see, Ghana, if we have been impacted so much with impact of COVID, we have to make sure say we rejuvenate the economy. Rejuvenating the economy is you where in 2014 thereabout, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama can say economy and for that matter also Senchi. What happened to the Senchi document? The idea was that let's find a way to have a homegrown policy. In 2004, it is the same ideology that we are doing today. You cannot approbate and reprobate at the same time. Won't even say 2014, but because and you want us to go to IMF so that IMF will say what? IMF loan of about 1 billion Ghana cedis, $1 billion. For example, $1 billion, Even if say IMF betching about 3 years Yama Ghana Baya, you bet me the conditionalities that will come with it. Because no more rent free, say maybe a tremono. IMF conditionalities and my public sector workers. We were not recruiting any more public sector workers. What it means is that for a period of about 3-4 years, because of IMF conditionalities, near far police for, near far soldier for, near far immigration officers. But from 2017, ABC 2021, Ken, go and check the number of police service personnel Abon we Afa. Go and check the number of immigration officers Abon we Afa. Go and check the number of military officers Abon we Afa. Just because we don't have IMF conditionalities. Because we got 1 billion. Now IMF culture say even your free SHS no award you. What is going to happen? In our constitution, we have always maintained that education should be progressive. And your bump and persona babedru at the level of free senior high school education. And maybe a tremono. Ken, now we have about 100,000 of our young men and young women now. But because we have a responsible government, through a political decision that we are making. Because of IMF, IMF bit my culture zone, is now in the it is not sustainable. And so you cannot do it. The impact that will be coming with it. At the time, 2014, from 1970, teacher trainees. Teacher trainees allowances were cancelled because of IMF conditionalities. Nursing training allowances was cancelled because of the difficulties that were coming with the economy. At the time, now you doom so you more. Ken, hello from her. You can remember the amount of diesel and asset petrol to be able to power your station and send a station to me and also. Today you don't find all these things because we don't have IMF conditionalities. Homegrown policies have allowed us to be able to make sure that we have reliable and sustainable generation of power. Now, baby, if you are by near Baby Drew, hey, and this is for person say yensan ko yechibio. We are not going back, and that is why Abino from the Ministry of Finance has been very committed and very consistent with the fact that there is a certain importance with the e-levy discussion because ebia Ghana phone nyanti asebi nti hu be hia si ebeka ama Ghana phone nate the essence of the e-levy no ase.
Na mo adentina na mo nim se mo bekasa ama Ghana phone ate ase mo tena ho ma ntokwa ba parliament afei na mo ye engagement mo amusha ase mo ye engagement na education na communication say na hu se amanfo esi adia tuma na o ma rejecting sa e-levy proposal.
Ken media to say very unfortunate say adia na ye for us no we failed in our communication in a bit. We failed in our communication. I know the media too because say adia ye no sisi say the okay. The kind of engagement Anna me very sure sanke no maybe atwemu ansa na dia de neba parliament maybe we wouldn't have faced this kind of difficulty. But said you kind of put up case no it is better late than never. Ya nya kran so a genye but you who say abaya say be obro ho ase now nim ni say because you are there for the people, government for the people, by the people and of the people, and I'm nipa no kase ade na amode ba no see na tie na o se ba na be chichiri mu a we have come down ya ba from ayechechirimu achire Ghana for. And I agree that communication and stati and I said the engagement and stati. But as we speak, the majority leader and all the leadership of parliament and the Ministry of Finance are buying communicators because minim say no say even the communication director of the NPP Abon somewhere by a press conference which is clearly showing say Abino have agreed that indeed there needed to be some amount of engagement because the people of Ghana didn't understand what the e-levy was all about. Because NDC for other stakeholders without recourse to the people. But your representation in our parliament. Now, Emra Adiwisha Senobekai, the Honorable Haruna Drusu, who is the minority leader. Ekaso Wadiana ye, Nemumno, the amount which is 1.75 for no, and they too much, and I say what's to do. You bet me at the about 1% in part.
Amount for us as a bomb to say, but Parliament, I want to ask some.
Well,
better than what me the idea we say.
A difficult thing to do anyway, because said from the pusher of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who is the leader of the NDC.
But he's not in Parliament.
He's not in Parliament, but I mean, he's the father of the party. And party need to make a decision, say we are not in support of the e-levy, which has been the case because Uti Johnson has said now His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who is saying say the e-levy is not anything good for us as we speak because the people know any jehu. I mean, these are the position of the leadership of the NDC and the father of the party. And so clearly it will transcend to the members of parliament, the minority side, But we also believe that even though we have the majority, we should be able to amass all our people in parliament to make sure they pass e-levy, And that has been the commitment of government. And so I'm hoping that in the next few days, weeks, we should be able to table, especially in
all your members in parliament and then come about. Yes, in your parliament. Yes, you know how be your parliament.
Because I am not encophobia enter the workings of parliament. There are sometimes I may meet me at parliament 2 days, and so not chamber honor because the workings of parliament is just not about the chamber. Your committee to offer the other paper. The committee settings is captured in the other paper. Say education committee, more meeting from 9 to 2. These are the issues or more the committee on energy, or more meeting here from 10 to 12. These are the agenda. And all these meetings happens in the conference rooms in parliament, and I say in the presence of parliament, and not in the chamber.
Like I say, you are not being entirely honest to us because it is generally known, say one of your members of parliament or Emma Bikras and Kamo and Yenhu meeting. I'm wondering.
You're kind of cool. But when you generalize and say you're moving, I wanted to let people understand. Say the parliament here working here, and and you will be an also about chamber and why you demand uko chamber no signing. Then you go to your committee meetings and other engagements because there are sometimes let me use committee of education for example. There were TVET institutions. Last year, this year, we will visit every TVET institution, especially because TVET is now a service. They said the Ghana Education Service, And what are we doing as a committee to be able to make sure, say, your board TVET institution to be very robust, to be very solid? And your parliament near Besania, it be a keep course near during the day, no committee, no inspect all the schools and what we can do and table to the Ministry of Education to make sure say recommendations are the Ministry of Education. That is also the work of Parliament, even though it is not in the chamber. And a bit back to that chamber there, but it means other things are more with respect to the laid down procedures, the standing orders, the constitution of Ghana, and it is not entirely correct that the fact that TV so now they are empty seats, doesn't mean people are not in Parliament, but people may be in the presence of Parliament.
Honorable Tafu, Tafu MP Ghana. Percival.
Yeah.
Yes. It was all about this. I can't say. Asofo Mkokusia President Mama ne Hong Komona. Honorable Vincent Asifua and the Achiche e-levy ne baby omoko. E-levy no any asofo meeting with the former president. He did Hong Kong.
Yo, Ken mafa konya wesu na mechia Ghana fo nyina titru party LPG. Etitafo no more modo LPG no more modo minyina michompa na medenchia mu tupa ama me mama a watching me wo me amatafi abi mu fe no Mary Boaben Antines baby obi a michiano saso na menua no mu mabusuafo nyina michi obi a ene me akasa so meyira matisika ware no na Ken, say Oshem Penifona or Mukoyena, Unkohu, Ura John Mahamano. Say no conswan. Sanse Mahama,
but say Ube Kasana, Osha Sebe Bubu, a Kutia or her. Oh, I so better me can be at you. Now me here Matisca one. When I hear the chair. I
said Matiska.
Now when I hear the chair.
I know the Aboma Obana Navarino. What an internet to go. No vanity.
Mati in way.
Okay. Ken. Is I saw for no more coin, Christian Council for no more coin. Somebody almost passing the ammo mine. And Sabio, more was or more manage. Omunian say, and to what na cranacra. Any de boama be at Mikosunti. I sorry say, Usha. Omuji offering, Omuji to so do. Any other day. Did you know Jesus can? Electricity on which I was already them ho. I saw no. Eniema eso mo ye dane dano says kana mo jire no mo de enti asofo ne de o mo ti ase se se obi a wo man mu bia no utua to e de bo man no obi ko Yesu Kristo okubusa Yesu Kristo say Yesu na twa se ye tua to ana e no say de ese de masiza na se de e de mano enti eye nyakopon kura hihye mu se o man bia no ese mutumi gye to na mode boa ema mpuntu eba o manim eti asofo no ana muntu no mutu ye no mo se yilevi na ye de ba no ya de a ebeboa o man no mpuntu ena o man kan ko no man nkoso eti o mo gigi wum sa de ne be ne mo ma hunu se bia NDC fo no stance no mapeke ni so mo mpene man maso no Jo Mahama ni di omanim nti so omo ne konom ne kwatenase na omo ne kasa na edi yetuye se de be ya obema omkofo na ati asese we mo mo ntino position check so de meche no position no eno ne be mo matena ho ache nti no eso mu nyina ekambom na omutime boana ye passe sa bill na edi ahoto bre o man no so say Ken obi na oduma ka cho se ene wiase ba bia hoto ba bia ene globally ba bia wo wiase bia ahokyere ho ene Ghana nko a na de tiama Ghana ahokyere aba kesepa no eye se wo se yenua no mo a omo wa brochire na eni ane wa brochire kane no bosomeso a ne amane ebusua ebia $100 $200 ni adade enti se bi wo ti Ghana kwa na wonya adwuma na wonya $200 ne bosome ana se $100 €50 etimi esoto o problem kakrakra ma se say no ye ne ye wa brochire no ya dwuma sei ama se scan kura nye bipo ne diaba eti ama nipa mo kire wo so ta se enu ti na ye Liberal Party na ye ka bi se tinyame adom na ye nya kwanya obi a wonya adwuma no ibitua ne ka afezu so nkra bosome so a ibitua moka enye se sika bi guba bi na akosesa wo ya adwen ene ye eno ti na brofo no ye ne saade no se ye disika etwankofo ka masika ba kurom da ne da ema adwadifo e de ma badwa so amanfo ne sika tobi nti se amafo to na amafo dwuma ye de ekoso
it's talking about this e-levy
I don't na make up bisi
ye wo nipa bi a wo mo e de atudwa se amanfo so wo mpe na mo de ba e de ahokyere beba nipa so ama binom kra na omu ni aban na fa no akire mu say anoma predict anoma forecast anoma project say some of the idea we ba mo be lose election MPP for no mo zero me fi say binom aka chere say ade am de be mo de ba be lose election
me fi say omo de ba no mo lose election ensehwe what I say the time ensehwe
political party bi aso no team upon say we betimi anya to
dabio it's not about so we so what you say so we ne power nko a so what you so we ne power nko a you make a lot of mistakes a man impuntu no nye because one saban no e de ba aban no be nyesika ama ne ma bi won be so mo yo metumi an intentem on the machine sabi ngo tie du mra no ane ahan ti aban no fi so yes ade na e beboa me fi say man nwene election abewe ni nko a because o do ne two election abewe ni nko a obe ye ni mafo nko a obe kai mre bi na
NDC Professor West time no papa bi ana na body say na no ye AMA boss no mo friend Mrs. MP Okuvandapoy o say no ye ade bi wa kra no boase de bi ahunidie ni adade beba boate mo boate njan mo former national ya boate njan wataki papa no gidi so beka mo the media for the mo bekai say ade tina wo so no so mo lose election ni adade ana Emma papa de my papa na we na we tai. Sadema no emma obi ha o because tuwa uhwe umantemu na why you fin na so nam Ghana baby na one why you fin how do you feel. It is you love you we no. Obi bia obesia no kwan se o ma no. Na is on promani. That's the fact because o man no ye hear sika de be run o man no. Enti na so form ehunu say collection na omo je ma so dem we kakra makabum na isika modu omo da ya de e for the collection no e tax na ba fofo na etua wo dia 160 so say 100 series a wo dia 1 cedi extra and I say 175 pesos extra e na e dia ka hu sabio what that now wo send this can wo send 100 Ghana no say do 1 cedi me boa e na ban so so be 175 pesos e bia ba 175 pesos na bia e do so a ban te so na mra bia 1 cedi na ye 2 cedis no wa send it is all send anything above 1,000 cedis 20 cedis so it says telcos no almost send anything above 1,000 between 1,000 and 5,000 at the go out send boomer almost 10 cedis it on abane so mu se bia okay obi so send it at the go boomer send we 10 cedis no we 10 cedis na 20 cedis and not everybody will be happy to pay so the merchant but when we say be more here some calculation be that to up on this we send 1,000 1750%, we send 2,000 35. I don't think that is how it's going to be like the idea but at the end of the year I see you na yetua ebe boa mo man na tomato pom okay let me be honest with you on say agenda 111 here mo seti almost sisi hospital na daddy sa apitia sa baby asentilize no apiati so we say kana hospital ni go no ma kinipa do be uza
district hospital in your community
me say district say be a district na how district is under district it come see obi si amana ben no it come dey because dem be ko masa we need money to run this country obi bia obeka cho say aban here sika mfa run o ma we no oboa o man no here sika MPP mama guys so 1996 tamana run say dey neighbor no VAT neighbor no VAT also me ekumi pra ko say omo ba no omutwam omo gusu discount omo ba na VAT no mo dey beto beta echi
but so we the general secretary of NDC aka in clear unambiguous terms say MPP for the waiver na NDC ba power ombetwam obo doko una otie
me si obo
say NDC ba mutwam
so na say nya dey ba
so we
don't even want to hear about it.
It is
who cancel it?
Now,
how would you want to steal from Ghanaians?
It's on record. It's on record.
Because health insurance, mobile will be free.
Obviously, one-time premium.
Almost passing, so walk out of parliament.
You see, let's get the first right. NDC never said say you cancel NHIS.
But what did you do when it was?
Why did you support it?
You worked out of parliament.
It was ambush. You ambush them and they said no, this was not part of the bill for the day. You ambush them. No, let's just say the facts.
No, parliament procedures.
And Daniel Rollins started
parliament procedures that allow ambush
anytime.
No.
All right, honorable festival.
Yeah, Omoboa. Say NDC ni bi agem because so bo betwe mo boa. Ye wo hanom atames ebe kumasia. O say meba petrol bo okodododo metodo drastically. Oba you know pejam drastically otumu. Men be radio na ntie politician ka cho say ono ba taxi obo na ba sika na be adwuma. Sika be e no be mpuntu no. It's a lie. CST communication service tax. Now this one at the buy. Yentia. Masa, ye love you know. E si tia. Near the bois, Nessika Bakurum, near the edge mama and puntoba. Because Basa, we need development.
1 second. Okay, my man, Honorable Donko. Just say, oh, now we are the odd one out.
Yeah, odd one out. Set 2 against 1.
That's all we do. Obia is for, and away against. Obia is for the e-levy.
They are speaking for MPP.
No, I'm not speaking for MPP. I'm speaking for LPG. Because me na me wa by moi. That's what I would do.
Honorable Donko. It's true, say what did you say? Say, omu push agenda we. Say, omu push agenda we. Never more. Omu lose election.
Oh, Debbie, it's not about just losing election. It's about inflicting additional hardship on Ghanaians. Momo tax is just stealing from the pockets of Ghanaians. You see, why did you tax over BIV? That is the simplest meaning of the Momo tax. Because what tax now? Can I talk, please? VAT and another you came and increased it. So please. Minuya, Chief, Momo tax explanation now. And they say, my Jimmy salary, 1,000 cedis. Despite a year salary or transfer from only bulk company account, individual account, Abayati. Oh, can I finish, please? What any transaction e-levy tax needed that? A better meme account, yes, okay. May ye be added to me phone so. Really? No. Now you are getting out of hand. You are getting out of hand. Okay. If I'm saying something wrong, say something wrong. That is the fact. If I'm transferring even from my wallet, my own bank account, to me, I can send me wallet, they will tax you again. What would the 500 have a two account is so okay? They say 500 no me send it 200 a mommy. Ewe krasi. Me send it 200 no command na yatimi. Yatimi Momo tax. Remember me ji ebia 1 point something na aka no. Ono so send it 120. Ama minian so on to ade ojo mumbre no. Yasati ono so. Sika ba kupo. That's what is the sense in this kind of tax?
But that is how life is.
Yeah. What life is? The life is that ajuma yeni yetini income tax. Dada. Yevia ajuma yeni krona no oko ye bon humusuo se okoto petrol. You be starting bola tax. You starting NHIL. You starting one bebre. Oko restaurant kuraso ko didi so. You be starting the VAT ho.
That's what
Sika sada ni bottom so.
If you have heard of so many restaurants.
It was say. And I make a choice say. E-levy is just a lazy man's approach of taking from Ghanaians and Julie. There are innovative ways. Even the extractive industry alone.
If I remember taxation your course be a could be a bianca pa. Share me make analysis bit from Washington to New York. Maybe offer planer. Ebe cost to be about $150. So, but offer for more because of taxes and other tools are bitiano. Most of them are $200. It's a free big tax avoidance. The fact that taxes one doesn't mean say you should find yourself in the text. And I say in the context you need to pay all the taxes. You should have a certain strategy.
If there are ways that you can avoid,
absolutely
use them.
Hold on. How this guy come on,
No.
send the 80 cities. No, I send the 80 cities. Come on.
Send it.
Come on.
So that's why they
Often say, send this cano. Say more cumbersome. You better more. Offer car. The Omar will pan out the call.
And I make sure
we are more now the call.
For example, so this is like no job on so.
Now this is no afaka.
A bro near dopa. Kuma si force the better your bro pa. Okay, the armed robbery situation between Kumawu and
Kofi your microphone
because of the forest.
Thank you.
Reserve there. Into what they do now, they say, my minute Kumasi ha. No, I send this number. A huge sums of money. Also send the money via the obeyance of drivers never come. But
so transactions between personal accounts, personal say from Momo to Momono, are you exempt?
Which one is exempted?
Personal accounts. Are you exempt?
Like from my bank account to my Momo wallet.
Are you exempt?
How?
Yes.
Why is it exempted?
It is exempted.
Exemptions, no.
Absolutely.
So they should bring all the exemptions out.
Even
The communication on the e-levy no krakasa confusing about. Say e-levy musi mo de koye agenda wa. Mo de kwa koye cyber security. Mo de kwa koye planning for food and job. Mo de kwa koye your friend say akase mo de beko welcome.
Because the money is huge. It's what the baby.
What is that? 6.9 on mobile budget here. As I'm speaking to you, because of some of these exemptions in it, because even commercial taxes, the commercial transfers now non-co and no ye kesepa no so be ye film.
All right. Continue in the point.
Ken.
Yeah.
Sesia. Kaneno is over so send this ka if you are to ba o. Which be ma obi. So masa oji a do another mame.
That's right.
Ne bi na be duru Ghana ha no mo a. E kwan ho fa mame fa nsa be fa so be ka no. I this oni Yakopon. It is all person so dia between the pop Western Union. And that's all person so dia. Obetimi so dia for post office. No.
They say what was him.
It is kind of what send no. It's up to you. And now oka che me say usika da bank account. Na we da beto umomu so a. So our bank wonom. Now we draw scan cash. Ye charge you bibia wo. And I catch me say my musika mo fan to me momo so a omonjo hwe. Because when you have the money and you are putting on your account, don't charge you anything. Masa, yenyan kola. Obi catch you say o boss and tia waka. Sara beto account to it wey dey to omomo so ebe use car. It's not true. Because hey, the ten say usika bi ekuta dey ko to momo so no. Yen charge you. What the charge you? Na bi what chem da ben wako momo agent waka say odi ska beto o phone so ya charge you that tell me one day they don't charge you et obi catch you say who is the car through bank e da beto momo so be charge you. It's a lie.
All right.
Right masa size kawe see it
Account to your momo account is exempt.
Unim
parliament
se sa na tie dia ene ani dim ni ahobrase akwa so kwa ku chef bese ene mo no mo di abroache because until the ye nyina yesu say wo bank transfer sika from account to wallet so in your pocket.
Yes.
You will charges
there be charges being
not charges. It is not to us seriously.
Bill near the parliament.
Amended one,
Hold on. Both the original one and the amended one. The original one
didn't continue.
Hold on.
As for
Bill near the parliament. Hold on. Bill near what parliament is here, Amenoka say. It is part of it, say, from your personal account to your mobile money account.
That's free.
That's free.
Yeah. And I'm fair and no as if let's be factual. The original budget didn't contain what you say.
Do you know that for a fact? Say not original one and not.
No, you didn't have even clear exemptions were not there. It was just lumped on us. Until people started pushing it in there. What are you talking about?
You have 1.5 minutes to make your point. Bring it home.
Me mom there. Me feel say NDC4. Mom say di o mine na bro. Mom say then di o mine na bro. Because say o mine here ska. E dey tumpon. Because ye pese na ye pese etimi move as o mine. Enti o mine no ye here ska. Enti na so form penifo no. Etimi call Jomama ka so Jomama o call Assemblies of God. O unyame konkron abase no be kasa. Sa o se dun ketia ne ma no da show trim de nende na wa yero wo se won ti asemase no na mu de ma se chenchira mo se mo se wo man no o ma we na me hira wo man no se wo pew ye na me hira sika no ye nyina ye ntua na ye mfa mmoa na mom sika ne ye tua wie no ene se hwe se ye be bo akontabuo no ye nyina ebe me ani aide akọ se sika na omode ye no don't they yet the same purpose because what you say, what about basic school dying, what you say, what about a quine, what you saw about a so his so this can ye, never can quite for phobia. And no, and I say Ghana for timidity say a trim. I'm a Ghana ni bia now to say, Sicano, Yambe Triane Keke, Nemo ye tria, said ye beya, Yenina, Benjinam near says Canomedy ye,
adia omujis kan so modeye because we need to develop this country. Now we kwa broche of fefe no. What was broche? One be so theaters. Abroche tax no dey help man na mo man kama sa.
They account for it well.
And tell me say Ghana for so e see e say apunta bon be ya adwuma. Ye theaters no keke. Onya ba we ko mu nyina mo ma babam mo ba ye hu ye mo ye.
Afande kura wadi wa fa di o se titi o ma.
Me say Ken nem na mbeka aba we asema man. But the truth of the matter is say enema bi wo ma aba we ya. I'm not be so my they are not talking about them. Se si how they call region bia. Anye bia be hu kwan mienu miensa enan aban ni gu so ye new rules omo ye. Ebi also existing rules omo eye ni adade. I just say omo ye niam pa but it seems like omo communicators they are not talking about them. All the mention and I say no, I say they are buying yeshi. The government is seriously working.
Thank you.
Madam who see no Ken any dey kwaso. On say ya na NDC for the cancel be egu aban we so say aban we ba bobusian do. Na ye hu be bobusian afa. And the crow nyina ne say bobusian o magye no. O magye de atua bobusian Lawrence je ye no are due to be paid. Let me tell you, Masa Ode meba mami ni o. Me what the cabinet chaye. How many interest na chaye? Na kan no chaye. Interest. Obwa. Me so obwa. Ko fo bosia oje ye. Atames bosia oje ye. Ba ko ndi say Muhammad ya obabeje. Sa bosia ni nyina. Afi na asoso. Eso na eso moje bosia ditua. Na ska no kan so moje ne dollar o. Omo je ne dollar, omo je ne cedis. Eto omo je na so mutua. Bosia no be so ne. E won sa Ghana ka se Ghana ye ka dura ye ntua da wati bi da. Because bosia no so ye na ko je bosia fo na be tua ba ko no. Sa na ye sa na de be duru ba bi adu. You ka che me say aban we abobosia de no be ade afa. You are not being truthful to the people. You are not telling them what it is supposed to know. No crow. All right. Aban bobosia emfa ngu ni botom kodi. Obi ka be ka say bi oboa. Plan be na ye fo no Ghana ma wo fu say wo ko America. One fu play. Wo fu play no. Meba one no so. One no so play no. Play now do so and one move so afa flash. Wo play now wo ko Kumasi kwa kra no. Say toilet room. Toilet ni emu so for Obi because when you're president. Until when you're president, you know, check out what call the business class. I didn't know one for economy. I don't offer business. Offer business class. I don't offer economy. America. What America? Mama, time for America. Oh, America no. One for Norway. One for Norway. America. Let's walk America. So for Norway. Meaning, oh, in no. Offer play. Offer business class. Oh, damn it, no. Oh,
all right, Charlie. Mommy, make progress. Thank you very much. Mommy, can I some testimony? Kofi, a festival. Me to me, my attack if you say this, just like that. Amisco Spelele, Ezra Trobi, or saying, the e-levy is a game changer and must be implemented since it's the best mechanism to generate revenue for Ghana's development. Simplicity. Leviticus powers. Or say it's not strange that some NDC people are bashing government of excessive borrowing, now asking same government to go for more loans from the IMF because of e-levy. MPP MPs must remain resolute to get the e-levy approved because the action of NDC MPs remain unchanged from the introduction of free SHS. And then he goes on to greet Honorable Howard Kumsin. And Master Planner Junior Kentampo or say Ghana has been to IMF about 16 times. You could see saying we can't put our hopes on IMF. Let's support the e-levy and move Ghana forward. Chefman Etrofia Tonsu Chefman say the NDC is just pushing the government to go to IMF for equalization, but the MPP government has been the better manager of the economy, and the e-levy is welcomed. Why do our franchise? Again, I want to know, has there ever been any public engagement before any budget or read or taxed? Or say before any budget is read or introduced? The engagement has become necessary because of opposition from minority. What exactly does the minority want? They should better accept the e-levy policy than to debate because it's not helping the development of the country. Okay, all right. At this point, Mamishe, other issue analogy, about recent arrest of journalists. ABC attack on press freedom. Professor Kwame Kakarisi and Tisa. Ebiususi Tisa. And now Vincent, Una, I will say, as I said, Enche, O Frimuna, Okokotwaba. So Ena fix the country convener Oliver Bakavomo. Mosi Nensa Akuyinika, we yan anoniko Troy, Nensa Akuyinika. Na Bronya so na no so Akuyinika. BC Police, I feel the my element of harassment. Chief, discuss.
Well, Ken, may try as much as possible not to deal with the first issue in Miriana Mastercoin. But the deputy chief of staff.
Carlos von Brassi.
Yes, I made them refer to the silent executor.
Oh, I see. Who say more friend of Von? I mean, as Spanish for the Vidiano a FO. Which you say a year can Van Dyke, or kind of Van Dyke.
Yes. Oh, you're fantastic gentleman. Silent executor. Open you baby and open you will be a mature. Oh yes. Oh, a silent executor. He does the work. He does the most important. Oh, Debbie, he will get the job done. On the he will get the job done.
Who can come from? Have your because there has to be executor.
As and so Abuja upon an AD say you man.
Who's a Kaya local palace or a Breni? It is also a bravo. That's why a bravo.
Anyway, senior, culture of silence. I'm hearing say Minyanum NDC4 and other commentators trigger this conversation. Say His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo Aban so culture of silence via Saba, and I use the police to gag media men and all that. Senior, I am one way because it only confirms the inconsistencies of the NDC every time. Her politics here, Senior Ken. You need principles. So principles on come one. Every day in and day out, piano, you just expose yourself. Then you become a subject of ridicule. Where not Ghana for your short memory. Senior Ken, in 1993, Sam said I'm about 3 years old.
And as you
classes.
And you told Rich
Can you imagine?
That was the time one. In fact, we did Ghana Law Report. Ghana Law Report. We did Ghana Law Reporter. That was the time one. MPP SU Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. So the case of the MPP versus Ghana Broadcasting Corporation emanated from the finance minister at the time called Parliament. Ekode budget ekoya. Omama Ghana Broadcasting for Amba MPP for coin so be cancer nibi. And I said they will have their commentaries on the budget of the called Parliament. That was the case. Hold on.
You were not in Parliament.
Oh, now but No, this is 96. Hold on, 96. 96 as I'm making. And the NPP versus Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. That case, was based on the fact that day budget call Parliament, na Ghana Broadcasting Corporation for so MPP for Kwamon
on the asset.
On the asset, but the NDC was able to get about 2 hours every day to have a say on the budget. No more Parliament, not allowing the MPP to have a say. Now, in the same 1996, Senior Obekai, the Ghanaian Chronicle, at that time, chief editor, named Nana Kofi Kumse.
Nana publisher.
Publisher. Nana Kofi Kumse. Nana Kofi Kumse was incarcerated on the 14th of February. She said, NDC4, for almost 2 weeks. Just because we are publishing false news. This is what they said. And the same criminal laws no we use you know. The criminal laws that was established and I said was passed in 1960 is the same criminal laws I need a year Juma. Free press. The same 1996. It was the same NDC. That time Toby Thompson Norman editor-in-chief. All these people were incarcerated under the NDC government. And you, NDC, you charge them for publishing fake news.
And I'm also more apostles of free speech.
And they are telling us, say, yeah, the culture of silence, I there. Abba. Share, okay, Kuda of CTFM. Akoya Omokoche and say, on the national security hub, to trap pictures, they say, okay.
Nazi. Say that name more
The same thing happened in 2011. At the time when Audu Mahama, Anna Imano Kubi of Daily Guide, 2011, Ekonenam BNI, environment, BNI 40 womo, say you cannot be loitering around the presence of BNI. Emma Feliso Fosuko at the time, Ebe trying to betray. It's why their arrest was justified. And this is for refusal no money na. When the same laws have been triggered under the MPP, almost Muntibida. You were in this country when Yakochi Abon just about last 2 weeks. NDC went dead. IGP no ana NDC for air tag no, air chastising no, air bonitries, amu bonitries so. The IGP is doing the burden of the MPP. If we say media phobia, they say Bobia and Samu and other people are because they've made commentaries against the laws of this country. And Untino, and now the Papa, and the IGP.
Now, Okas will be area there against the laws of this country.
Okas will be area there. So Okas will be it can be defamatory if it is not true.
So if it is defamatory, who deals with it? Is it the police or the courts?
Now charges no, charges no. Charges no. And they said no, they all count because the Attorney General no under the Article 88 of the 1992 Constitution, everyone who to me say me initiating prosecution in this country, until they bring their charges for us to interrogate. We cannot conclude. Say, just because we are here. No. That is why I'm telling you, say, Emrano, it is in the bosom of the judiciary. And they want to me to charge, say, Attorney General. Now, in any case, so until you see the charges, you cannot conclude and chastise the police and the IGP. You cannot. And until I remember the chronology of issues, say, the criminal code that was established in 1960 is the same criminal code that is in existence now. So the criminal code that NDC for used here in 1996, in 2011, incarcerated certain media people in this country. Emra, that time na media houses 1996 media houses all Ghana hano. Even 10. Today you have about thousands of media houses in this country. And beyond DC, you have the authority to tell us there's culture of silence. How? Because, Ken, what you Hello FM ha? Oye wajuma diligently, without any insulting and without attacking anybody. Obia becho. And remember the biya what ya? Oye wajuma. Because you have not said anything that is treasonable. Because you have not conducted yourself and make you unprofessional. And to be a professional, now what the ethics and the etiquettes of what a professional journalist should be. In this country, there's no culture of silence against such people. But you're political. Now what you're wondering say, and someone enim, ubeka etia abainoa. Now I'll be in the same shoes of Felix Ofosu-Kwakye when he's made this statement in 2012-2013, saying, it is the responsibility of the state to guard the sanctity of the president. Police officers go actually some kind of a state, and these institutions, this apparatus, among the one who finds some bet me guarding the sanctity of the president.
Former President Mahama at that time. Former President Mahama Chokrata, the former President Kufuor, was say a hard investigative journalist Yakono Abano Entimi Enye Honshi. Okoswa Buboni Pebidi radio presenter Captain Smart Yechino Edeno Court Yamani B. Nasu Yadniko detention. Another radio presenter or Heniba Boama Benye Ensusuno Yedena Aqua Kotum Sewa Kan Simbia Enye. Ebasia, according to former President Mahama, and so you when you must say a man sign ye titia central for 5 years so. Or reaction in 2 minutes, then I will bid you farewell.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Sir, statement to tree. I had the opportunity to speak to UTV. Yeah, Ken, it is one of the lowest points any president can go. Because we are president of the republic, we are the embodiment of the laws of this country. In you, we have reposed our confidence in you. Indeed, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama also catch me in this statement and said, we should be a lawless state. As simple as that.
No, but they also under your watch, an investigative journalist has been killed. Now, when I say, as a man family.
No, any CID. Is the CID not investigating it? The fact that has not concluded, and I said the trial has not been concluded, doesn't mean nothing is being done about it. The wheels of justice grind slowly, but definitely we will get there. Sure. There are a number of issues. Many time I'm reading most of the reports in the Ghana report. There are some cases, sometimes 46 years, 26 years, because it will take a lot of diligent work to be done before you can say we this album and that's what.
Nana Kwesia Safo Etro Fi Kwada so say King tell Vincent that NPP versus GBC was 1993. Said you can. That will be for so much 96. I said tell Vincent that NPP versus GBC was 1993 Ghana law reports, not 1996. The Tommy Thompson case was approved by the Supreme Court as a valid law, but only Parliament could repeal it. What is happening now is very dicey, and the distinction is not being properly made. Criminal libel law is being crept into our society in a different form. If a person defames someone, the police shouldn't step in. It is purely civil. The police got it wrong with someone of the charges, and we must be fair. He is a law student and he should be objective. All right. And then he goes on to tell us that Ohineba was punished by the court, not by the state. So he was in contempt of court. Or church idea or had more. Charlie, very to me, I can say, Abaton, the Cocotuaba, TBC.
I mean, Chataphobia. I mean, now I see Mammy.
Okay.
Now, Fusini don't connect Chairman Apalu. Miss Masacha Mubio, no Master Quine.
Yes, that's the best. She be.
Maybe my guzo.
Yamekao. Honorable. I feel I say about
King.
Yes, say the criminal libel law is creeping back into the system, and then President Mahama makes his point. Say, the Bene Akotum, this Bobiasa has been arrested by the police, and then goes on to talk about it. He didn't come away.
Midasi. King, you see, no crow who I ever cope. It's a minuano, a site, Nyama Bibri from 93. Even, I think, say you prompted him, say, even those times, now there was the criminal libel law. Intino say, Oko, publish BBTia Obi. Na, Sabi, Enyano Kre, and I say, Udifimu di Pana. And only there because it was criminal, the police comes after you first. And sana the Okra court. And Eja, President Kufuor by no so on there, or per se, Obi or person Okasebia, because the main campaign message of President Kufuor then was that Rollins a kaga na fo nyina kasa bo aso mo yam. Ono de opese democracy na ye kabi ma min kabi. E je so obi atimi kire na adwen. Enti President Kufuor decided to take the criminal libel law away. And through his attorney general, we free ho.
Attorney general
Apalu. Oh, so one would have thought, say, Nipana, Onono President Kufuor Sumano, or championing the repeal of the criminal libel law. Who is the president now? No?
That is Apalu.
Don't mind him. One would have thought, say, President Danado, Onono, a champion is Hadiano. Yes, said there be Onono Diako Parliament, Onono present here, just to show, say, President Kufuor wanted everybody to speak his mind. And truly, true, media no cry a boomy under President Kufuor. What am I say? Then now, President Kufuor exited office. Though there were a lot of infractions here and there. But man, that say, journalists be a programmer under President Kufuor, ye did police for a wura hakochineda. Man, that say, under President Kufuor, a friend is saying, though there were assassinations, the Ashanti Regional GJ president, yes, there were issues with it. But say, what journalists be acquire reports about office of the president, and as a castle say, president ni party phobi the why militia training grounds, and he has to flee the country for his life. Mantibida. So for me, under Mills, we saw how hostile the media was. At times, even towards Mills. Under John Dramani Mahama, it got worse. To the extent, say, journalists, Mikoye investigation, the Basse president, Akwaji bribe, nobody touched him. And then, what Mr. Yen book, a cross had the comma President Bahama. Now, catcher and so Akwaji bribe, ye campaign, Tiano, it Mr. sign a year forward, mano. What am I saying? There were a lot of journalists who said worse things against John Dramani Mahama. And the majority of them are even apologizing to him. Asembe na ye plus ankamfa John Mahama. What am I saying? So, all the media, some of the journalists were expecting, they say, baby, I bedru say, I say, ye the criminal libel law na free ho. Udifemu obia, it becomes civil libel. And I say, utro adibine for bihuna nya no kra. Nipa na de obeya ne say obekọ court akase dabi. Asem we a don't of say ni kafa ami hu de enya no kre. Enti no, don't retract and apologize. If you don't, the person can take you to court. Then the court will now invite you. So why am called here? Court betimi asuma police see embecho emfa umbra because you are in contempt of court. That is what Ghanaians were expecting to see under Nanado.
And what are they seeing now?
What they are seeing now, they say, Nanado now call court. Eko jina ho say
Parliament.
No, call court. Eko defend you, obi say, obi akotro bibi afa konedu hu. Say, was it about a certain money or something? Wa tro bibi boni afa konedu hu e dey na call court. Enti no. The person has defamed Nana Konedu, which was criminal under the criminal libel law. Nanado went to defend that person, say criminal libel law was against public officials. It wasn't against spouses. And Nana Konedu, by virtue of being the wife of the president, is not a public official because public office is not sexually transmitted. And the court upheld it. What does it say? Obi ka bibi fa Madam Rebecca Akufu ho. Na say asem na oka ye no sabi entro. Ana say obi akotro bibi afa President Nabusuafo nso mo use private jet, presidential jet. Akire ono asaba so asem na me kan ye no kura no. Me hwehwe mu kire say enya no kura nti ma twe asai ma pa chew. Ye the police ko chene di nugu handcuff mu.
Why the Kokoche didn't go out?
Asepa was handcuffed when he was going to court. Yakoche no they didn't go handcuff mu asane ye didn't go. From what? Because matro bibiafa o mampani abusuafo ho amabeka so sorry man can I retract my apologize. And you the hank of goons.
Na my penny na my team.
Sit I make so say.
Ghana forces for na or no more a deal na or something no court.
Na make asem na o kan ye no. Was it about Ghana Armed Forces or was it about President?
He
family?
was impugning the integrity of the Ghana Armed Forces. So almost put to almost aircraft at the disposal of a supposedly friend or supposed friend of.
Now we don't have criminal libel law. We have civil. So all the armed forces could have done was to go to court, not to go and arrest him and handcuff him.
Did they go to arrest him?
Yes, that's what they did.
I mean, but I mean, with regards to the president wife, the police say, or what you almost want to say, Okasu be a Korea dia, and I say, be a Shishim. Wait a second. Wait a second.
In the highest order.
Almost per se, almost Shishim. Into what can some na, Brabe boy, me and Shishim. And to say, oh, ya frown now, ma, and ye almost would to me say, ye babe foul say, ye Shishim. And to say, oh, can also say, oh, more Shishimuna, fine.
Kini,
so can't you see, say, what they fact the excesses, if any. So, if you say any more, say, dear, entrance. Now, you're to me, Casse, and no, maybe a yemubi, ye, no, ye, ya, trashy. Say, ye will opportunity, see a better heading come. Na in the heat of uncommon, yes, ye no maybe done ye be especially if you make Casa be cry on a bad radio. So Sebi Casa Kayemi and Sakura Okukoma ye kaya be we say it brazenly on radio and on television, all in the name of free speech.
And I mean to me, Abronye to me being a no eka say the former president of the land. Any the most dreaded terrorist group in the world. Akoko ye meeting, Akambum, some be coup or Ghana. The police did not go with armored cars to go and arrest him. They invited him over tea. Bobby answer Akasama for Rebecca home. And only the hand AK-47.
Almost invited no. No, also we invited no.
So what prevents the police from going to court to get a court order? Because any criminal libel, Bobby and Sanko Fa, Madam Rebecca Ejapadiebia. It is just something he has said. Say your false, sir. Madam Rebecca has the right to go to court.
Oliver Vomavo, and so Nasem, and also
Oliver's case, yes. He also stated something. But beer in the world, if you make any statement of threat against the state, the national security will be clocked in. What am I saying? Okay. King.
Master.
The right thing to do, and say, you invite, you're picking up at the airport. Is that the right thing to do? You're picking up straight to Yadinoko court. Nipana or try no. Or say, if this e-levy passes, I will do the coup myself. The other one, mean to me, Fankam. You see, the guy is a lawyer. But Ghana, no. So they'll be to me that so. Maybe the training is me.
All right, Yauche asks. Yauche says, I want to know when suspects are being taken to court. Do they carry them as a or say the suspect is called court? You don't see a pakemwana. Yauchino.
Kajan said you almost say actually.
Okay.
Kajan said you almost say
actually.
Kajan said you almost say actually.
Okay. Maybe
what I expected is once he made that statement, I and him said, well, as somehow can you have to come and you must be invited to explain yourself because one, I'll do the coup myself. Coup meaning one against the state, one is to achieving a difficult task. What's that here? So
Honorable
there is an escape route.
Honorable to say Dongo, you nearly made me say self once I'm sorry. Because I was saying I don't know.
So why is the president lawyer defending him?
Does the president have a lawyer? President only lawyer. Sadia na ye can president lawyer. One lawyer ni no school kusiana de. The service I will offer bia.
I don't have a problem.
Entino Se adena nipa no ekaye no. Se ye nyina in one accord. Ye ono so beka ho ma ye nyina e di dwatoa akọ baabi esa ebeboa. But ma ye nyiye no ba bia.
Point I mean
Cool kwasama.
Obi ka asema.
Mami so be come dey ka. Mate say honorable speaker. Right, honorable speaker say ye teaching crowd and a day in a democracy and a day. I'm telling you, say Obia waboni timu posa obe torpedo constitution and also Syria, there wouldn't be parliament for him to preside.
Let's get the point also clear. Was Bobi answer going calling for coup? Bobi answer no coup who answer.
Make gentleman also.
No. Let's separate issues. We'll lump all of them together.
That bit.
Speaker was talking about press freedom. I said some people might just say no. Who criticizing Anado, they have to come after you.
For instance, gentleman Akoko can say President Akufo-Addo afraid all the judges. And no Maka says Supreme Court a election petition or go this way. Does it bode well for our judiciary?
Was he invited by the judiciary? Because this is contempt against the judiciary. Was he invited by the judiciary?
Sure.
And the judiciary need taking it through the process.
Sure.
Have you seen somebody crying?
President Mama wrote it in his
No, and I'm tell say, because as process now that is what they feel they can do.
President Mahama still included it in his.
And I'm tell say, is the litany of journalists here come on because one, Omabo man penny be there for Nana and Kamasam, Yakoka. Yamona Busi Acham so. Wakoka until we have to deal with him. Assemble ni am front to President Mahama ni judges so nti atukuba de no de onye judge.
That's President Mahama time na munti for kodem no.
Na me chiro say assemble na
President Mahama time na munti 3 on kodem no.
Na me
na the time.
Bianca say President Mahama excuse me to say ne ye na otumfo omo ne judges ni na akwaje bribe.
Why the kind?
That's been FM. They reported it live.
Well, me see body pakodi Kesben.
My point is that no, let's you see near maybe we see on my say excuse me to say John there on the John Mahama there non the onye nipa afen nipa be dia konya nti on the nipa there yen kan asem. Let's stop being hypocrites.
Thank you, but
what did we do to John Dramani Mahama?
But what dem ya adwene say normal be a air course on enye right and we should not allow that to go.
You know me said since I only started a program.
That's right.
Clean language is what I aspire for.
Okay.
We can debate heatedly. But I don't have a problem.
Kofi,
you descend into vulgaris need them instead of
Kofi also means what 3 minutes? My time
you okay. Your mama let you know. Now I was expecting him saying also him say on also time 2016. Manasi Juan Vogose, Sam Bueno, Mugabe, one Alistair Nelson, Akugan. Say, Omudidi, and Penfubia Temukruma, judges be at Temukruma. See at you,
I'm a demo.
No, journalist. How mu Majuma, no free speech. No free speech, you know.
Judges invite you.
May say, I don't know. Now, say a free speech. A free speech, you know. Yanchu. Ye jeli wom. Say jeli wom. Ana. Me say ye jeli wom ana ye jeli wom. That is the question.
If the police go to
na that time no. That time na nye aban enne so. Na nye Mahama aban. Hwa papa we ever say Kufo omapani Kufo kaka kire Mahama say, "Oh, kan Japan idea why machi ni ti no mu nya abotre na o say ono what the hammer pa na kan be shi ni ti."
Can the Japan kai ni the Verma or kai? What's the difference? What is the difference?
And I got you. Say I got you in Japan.
He
now, aside now what you go say, or say journalist be or investigative journalist. Yeah, they. Wo ko jijin ko fosika. Na ka che mo say, o ma musika me de wasam beba. Na obi papa wa na adwuma duru baabi. Na watimi akoko twa ntoro to papa no so. Na de abeto. Na omo no, omo fisa ombeja. Masa, mama kasa ban na kumobi aban kumobi a. Sa akwana we say boy no we no say. Sa investigative journalist Mahama acho agu ayi no so no. Akwano na dwuma boni na no odi no.
What does it?
Yes.
What does it?
What does it?
Take it to the police.
Me say,
take it to the police.
Adasiano na makano.
Say they.
Me say Mahama, Oni boy na juma fun na oye. And no resource no.
It's one.
Can I put you video one? Can you put video no? One video no.
Entino, enotino we.
Me say, say juma no.
Let us say oni nipa okuno Kofi.
Me say, sango follow you omo no, na mu bi da kuno. Sango message ade ba asem. Hwe, sango for na, oyi omo videos no. Omo ba kum might have high people to do that because who tibi ko fa and go for papa mo, abo ne bra, no ko video no na mo statistics free omo. Masa, adwuma fun bia wo ye bia no benya ho akatua. Journalist for na mo titi krom hanu ma, omo tira radio so a no mo di mpanifo atem no. Masa, ye cho ya cho. Because asem na nya de korona be jana ke kan ye cho. Masa, mo timi twa ntro sa adai. What's that? What's that? I know dictatorship. What from my ref? I know my as a father my reference. As a father say, Ken, what you ma wo way? Wo fiti radio ene. Kwame se fakai, wo ya radio ene. I say, Paul Adumo tre no money. O mama keke o me radio. Why na what you say is ya kwa kochi. But momo de, mo be jina no ma. Mo timi twa to panimo so. Asem eni mo twa ntro. Adai. I said intro diomuyem. Timike kansema eni muni adade. Na sabio obi say unia ba kon captain smart di ya mbuke. I said ya ban na kwoti so odi di aban aten. Yes o video na akoji na kwoti kan on na issue. Kan na akoji sika no na issue na fa ba ho me. Mo pese mo twese ni said there. Asema wo kati aban ti na aban am yakoche no. Masani case no. Asepa odo ne ifo na wo issue. Woni soja fo na wo issue. Ana fama wo ni dini se bakpa pronounce ni ya se fama wo asoma bi krom ni no munu say ye ku ni de utade fa ye krom no ma ina de o meja o because ye penifo ni bia ye bebrebe kotoka rollers one utuka utu de beja ndi wo de ku no fa voter rate yo kakra bia na de o meja o say sankofo mu nya o munyo o mu so mu nya ombe o munu eti masa wo ya nwani na wo bekeka samba sabasa for wa.
This government doesn't even deserve a this government.
Ufi so be yoku ama me kanche. Na wo wakwa kwetre na wo ba. Na ya so mo airport do ba so wo ase. Na wo travel to na church we say onyeku abe no. Enti ko mama me yaku ni asa na ko machi bana. Masa yo machi no.
I watch it because or a votarian.
I was say, who go no ba?
O say.
Ye kum fone de. Ye ku de. O me kan mamu fone light. Ye de nya ba ye. Because ye ka ku ni dia. Ye krum yo ye ku ni salon le so am ready. Ya nya ku. O to kokoto ka wan. Ye ki ka sa na me tekini light. Ye be nya ba ye. E ti akwa no free. I be see na. Akwa no free be see na see lock no straight. So you need take.
We say.
Bro.
But I send me have a cacao. Adibiaba say me ti hey na ma foul. Oza brabo de cacao na ma can sim bia to so. Asem enya so bia with them I will force you say asama maka no. Wo bra be di, wa bra be you one. Ya try mum say in as much as you better try say you better criticizing the powers that be need police for say be I na chicha ni ade say you try to see a bit me sanitize the way you normal better.
Okay,
because clearly say e be no sabi be say kwase nyina e will reduce so
e be to me pay I know say we reduce the busy only say na me look say he's kakra o me feel because Facebook poster me koye sarcastically keke no obi a sheda kofa e dey akoye news say I'm even proposing to Adwoasafo.
Can you imagine? Adwoasafo is married. Thank you very much, Honorable Fuseni Donko. And Mr. Kofi Apaluk Percival, thank you, Honorable Vincent Sifua Pejedimu, and Majority Leader, Minister, Parliamentary Affairs and Government Business. And so by Kumasi Catering Rest, I was supposed to support you. Omo ne biane pa, omo no ano ho no omo nipa baby papa da na kwesi ade bia mutu so omo ye. Kumasi Catering Rest House, e ho ne ye kan for the amount. Mr. Oba Kumasi here. High Court at Chihuahua, Fuller Road, Omone Registrars General Department, new offices in the DHA, or phrase 03220 26506 and 0555917804. I was a come because you normal or yen tomorrow now fee cocotate wapu or honomo quay conference any BBA any pa a ya making a baby ayabia cocoyano or madaroma the eligible bro many King Edward the slave many my pound for the abijafo and will be at and will be a monity. Here call Ago Prama Pronso with Samuel Joachim Bokim, the commander. They are quite a far good host because it's Hello 101.5 FM.
Asante kotokote. Asante kotokote. Asante